Welcome back to the Crash the Pond podcast, or should I say, the Crash the Pond / Late Arrivals podcast.
We should have come up with actually like a very like fun, like Avengers type name for all 6 of us being on a show together.
Yeah,
but
could've.
that requires work, and I don't think any of us were gonna put a lot of work right now into this.
Should I call this? Is this a 2-headed monster or a 6-headed monster? I don't know how to like describe this. What's the appropriate monster usage?
Not sure. I think we have a first though on this show.
What?
We have someone actually on the show that subscribed to us on Twitch during the show.
Okay.
Lou just yeah. I got the notification as we went live that Lou resubbed to the show for 56 months as he's sitting here on the show.
Yeah, I like it. Crash the Arrivals.
Crash the Arrivals. Yeah.
Or Late the Pond.
Late to the pond?
I think Late the Pond is better just because it makes no sense. But yeah, so just to give everyone a quick intro here, this is a quiet part of the off season, I would say right now. We're still a little far away enough from the draft where we're not necessarily, we don't necessarily have to be really dialed in every single day about the draft quite yet. Free agency is still far away. So we thought, why not have a little fun, have our good buddies from the Late Arrivals pod on the show, and this is going to be a little unstructured. Let's just put it that way. We're going to have some fun with it though. So I'm excited. I don't know how we should even do this, like what the protocol is going to be with six people on the show.
You're the one leading this.
The only time it's more than 2 is when we have like a guest on, and that's like very like clear, like dynamic, like okay, host talk then guest, host talk then guest. This is going to be a shit show. I'm just going to like
Wait.
If people are talking over each other, like that's fine. I am not. You don't have to raise your hand. Like this is going to be as muddy and as mucky as it needs to be. That's
Lou
fine.
likes muddy. So
People
this is
want
good.
authenticity.
Are we going to be grinding in the corners?
We're gonna muck. We're gonna hard. We're gonna grind, and that's fine.
I have an idea that maybe
Okay.
we just do at the end. I think we all should ask Lou one food question. Just go in order. Ask Lou a food question and just let the internet torch him.
Okay.
Yeah, Lou is wearing a Raiders shirt, by the way.
Raiders shirt, Angels hat.
I just want to quickly call that out as
Yeah.
the noted Saints fan over there. Anything to say? No,
I just grabbed it out of my closet.
ducking the court of public
recently?
opinion.
Were you shirtless before you got on here?
Maybe.
Were you watching Game 7 shirtless? That's hot.
I was.
Okay. Well, that's the input thus far. More to come.
This is what we bring to the table.
More signature Lou takes on the way. No worries.
Who even won that game?
Wait, what was that?
Who won the game?
Dallas.
I believe
yeah.
Dallas won.
The Dallas Stars won that game. Lou almost killed me right there. I had a sip of my drink in my mouth and could not really swallow it there. Oh man.
Let me just throw this topic out there to start. The Final Four of the NHL this year is going to be the Dallas Stars against the Vegas Golden Knights in the West, and the Carolina Hurricanes against the Florida Panthers in the East. We will get some Ducks topics, don't worry. But is this Final Four bad for the game?
Nope.
Go.
No.
Hell no.
Not at all.
Defend your
South.
opinion. Defend
Hockey
your
South.
opinion.
Vegas.
This
is
will
the,
only create more people watching in the South.
Let the
They
little
need
guy
their
win for
teams
once.
to make deep playoff runs. This is beautiful.
Wait,
Canada
are we
can
calling
cry.
it? Are we calling any of these places the South? I feel like Florida might be the only one.
Well, I'm
Is
talking,
Florida
I
part of
think
the South?
like southern.
I know. I just wanted to push back on Chris a little.
Wait.
It's the South without the S capitalized.
Why?
Oh, okay.
Why would you even say the Hurricanes aren't part of the South?
Yeah, Carolina's definitely.
Damn, that's a great point. Well,
Jake,
one
Jake-
team.
There's a whole style of barbecue from Carolina, so that's definitely the South.
And Dallas? Come
Look,
on.
That's
everyone that's
Texas
listening to this
is
show knows that Jake has a tenuous grasp on geography.
Quick.
Saying
it lightly.
Jeez.
Putting it.
And so saying that North Carolina, Texas, and Florida are not part of the South is is par for the course. That's totally okay.
Now I'm looking up a map to see just like what state North Carolina
Oh
would,
my.
would be next to. I know, Chris, you lived in North
It's
Carolina.
the northernmost South state, just like
Yes.
the
Yeah, that's.
South-
Is
Don't bring
Would-
up that debate, please.
would you consider Kentucky part of the South?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you on? What
Hold on,
have
hold
you
on.
drink?
Hold on.
Virginia is the most northern southern state.
I want to ask Jake
I
this.
think Virginia is part of the Mid-Atlantic. It's not.
I want to ask Rudolph this.
They
Okay.
consider themselves the South.
D.C., Washington D.C. Is that north or south? Is that a southern city or a northern
No.
city?
That's
No, it's
north.
Mid-Atlantic.
Northern.
No.
Well, that
It's a southern city.
If we're having to like do a debate between North and South and not do a middle, it's North.
Christ's sake.
Yeah. Washington D.C. I do not consider D.C.
Yeah,
a state.
Washington D.C. is like next to like Maryland and
It is
Delaware.
literally, like if you look at a map, it is literally like I know my screen is flipped, so you can't see it, but it's like
Look at a
it's
map.
hours down here. Like Washington D.C. is like up here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
This is
A
what
lot
people
more-
tune into us
a lot
for.
more north than
Geography talk.
yeah.
it's
Part of
smack dab in the
Virginia
middle.
is South,
yeah. D.C. is not south whatsoever.
I'm pretty sure D.C. is south of the Mason-Dixon line. We're going to have to look.
That's not a.
Wait, what is the Mason-Dixon line? Hold on.
though. What?
Hold on.
You don't know what the Mason-Dixon line
I
is?
actually don't, and I feel like a fraud now. So this isn't good.
This episode's going about as well as expected.
Okay. Let me reel the horses back in.
Okay.
See, it's like what coaches always say. You'd rather want to reel back in the horse than have to teach it to let it go, right?
Okay.
You want to
Yeah.
reel it in.
Understood.
Make it learn to fly first. Anyway,
So you're not being Dallas Aikens, putting us in our putting us in not in the defensive zone in games.
speaking of kid gloves, I was watching the Team Canada Slovakia game today.
Oh boy.
Adam Fantilli, I mean, I only watched the first period, but Adam Fantilli barely played in that first period. And I'm assuming that I don't know if that trend changed or not the rest of the game, but he did not play very much. He looked good in the times that he did play, but I figured that since we are, we're still a little bit away from the draft here, there's been a lot of raucous debates and discussions in our Discord, and we might as well just bring them out to light here about what the Ducks should do with the second overall pick. So we've got a range of opinions here, a range of different topics we can go through. Let's just go around the table, the proverbial table here, and just say who each of you would pick with the number 2 pick right now.
Are you gonna say who goes first?
Let's go to Lou first.
Adam Fantilli.
Okay. Defend your take.
Is-
You have Adam Fantilli as your background for those who
It's
can't
his
see.
background.
I think that's probably a sufficient explanation.
The viewer's not.
He's in my
Viewers not
background.
watching.
Yeah, he'd be the first overall pick in any other draft besides this one.
That's fair. Okay, Jake Robles, not Rudolph.
Fantilli is my choice. I mean, we talked about it last week. He's the little bulldog we need because we've been little puppies out there, and we need a bulldog back on the team.
Wow, that just makes it make so much sense when you put
You
it
just
that
like
way.
put down Max Jones right there. It's really sad.
Well, you got to be able to bite. And anyway, all right, Connor, you're
It's just
up.
in. He can't bite.
As I've said before, I think at the end of it all, Adam Fantilli is the pick, but I think that it is a much closer debate between Fantilli and Carlson that I think I'm seeing from a lot of Ducks Twitter trying to make it out to be. Like I've said before, I think Fantilli is the right decision, but I'm sure we'll dive a little bit deeper into it. But I think we kind of need to, and when I say we, I'm not talking about anybody on the stream here, but I think a little bit of Ducks Twitter needs to stop acting like a selection of Leo Carlson would be completely disastrous, because I don't agree.
Was that on Facebook?
Oh, I'm sure it's on Ducks Nation. It's a little bit on Twitter. And, Facebook says it's fine because he's pushing 6'4".
Mm,
And
gotcha.
yeah, so Facebook's probably fine with it. But saw
Okay.
a little bit on Twitter the last 24 hours or so of people just automatically trying to deem that picking Leo Carlson would be horrible, and I disagree. But
Okay, some range of topics we can pick at after that. But Chris, what is your take here?
It's Fantilli. I wouldn't hate Leo Carlson to restock the Sweetheim stuff, but it's
Oh.
Fantilli for me. He's a gamer. He's got a good shot. Great skater.
Okay.
He's
Okay,
awesome.
so the count so far is 4 Fantilli, 0 anyone else. So let's see. Will Jake stand up for Will Smith here? Jake, now's your time. I don't believe in your Will Smith standum if you don't say Will Smith right now.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that was
You're
Here-
a
I-
fraud.
wait.
All your
The
Will Smith
standards of
takes
Will
are
Smith, that's a
fraudulent.
bunch of fluff.
you know, I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. The person that the Ducks are gonna take second overall
Oliver Moore.
out of the Regina Pats is Connor Bedard. Everyone, Chicago's gonna pass him. The Ducks are gonna take him. No, it's Adam Fantilli. I mean, I think that you have the debate about Leo Carlson. You can maybe have the debate if you want about Matvei Michkov. Maybe you can squint and say Will Smith. But I think at the end of the day, Adam Fantilli's the guy there. And quite frankly, after looking at it a bit, I think it's not that close between him and Leo Carlson. I don't think it would be a huge mistake taking Carlson, but I think that Fantilli is clearly the better player and is someone that is going to set up this team a little bit better long term, especially from a dynamic offensive perspective.
Yeah, so far it's 5-0 Fantilli. I don't know. Do I go contrarian here? Like what do I do?
You
I don't
probably will.
The mold, break the mold.
I don't know. I mean, I would pick Adam Fantilli. That is who I would pick. But I don't like this pushback on, you know, the gap between Fantilli and Carlson. Hell, even the gap between Fantilli and Michkov. Like, there's other considerations, obviously, with Michkov, but
Yeah.
I don't like this notion that Fantilli is the second best prospect in this class, like with a bullet. Like, it's to me, it's kind of like there's your first tier, which is Connor Bedard, and then after that, I think Michkov, Carlson, and Fantilli, to me, are kind of like, you can justify picking any of them at second, and this is just on talent. Maybe you can quibble with that a little bit, but to me, it's a little more wide open.
It's
And-
the same
and-
for me too. I think they're all very much in the same tier. Yeah, you know, I think people are just, I mean, for lack of a better term, sleeping on Leo Carlson a little bit. I think maybe a little bit of it is some folks aren't truly understanding everything that he does bring to the table. You know, obviously, Adam Fantilli is a little bit more of a disruptor. He's probably a little bit more noticeable out there just with the way he plays, with his physicality, with his speed. Carlson can play as impactful of a game. I think he just plays it a little bit of a different way. You know, he's a lot more two-way focused. Not the flashiest offensively, like Adam Fantilli. Probably doesn't have the shot that Fantilli has, but I think he can be just as good of a creator. He showed in the SHL all year. You know, as a 17, 18-year-old playing against men, that he's a great playmaker. Yeah, you know, I'll let a few others kind of riff on it, but yeah, I just think people are undervaluing Carlson a little bit, and kind of like Felix said, I think you could say Adam Fantilli is and probably will be the choice of the Ducks at 2 without trying to make it seem like Carlson is this sort of scrub player, which I think I mean, that's a little bit of exaggeration, but I think people are.
I don't know. I've been reading Jake's texts the last few days, and
People are being too quick to.
Am I saying that Leo Carlson's a bad player? That it would be a bad thing?
one could
Wow.
infer from
Wow.
your discourse that you have certain reservations.
Does anyone else want to chime in? Because I've got just a couple numbers that I'll lay out. For
You've got some dry powder, and I'm curious to see it lit. But I want to
what does that mean?
dry powder. It means like you have
Do I-
things to say, but
As
you
opposed
have
to
yet
play
to
it?
light them on fire.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, someone else, please.
Oh man. Okay, I'm not gonna say where this came from. I'm not gonna name drop on here.
Just name drop.
This isn't from me. I promise
Come on.
that. This is from the
Just-
streets only.
Just,
This is
just
the
drop the
streets.
name. Just
Come
drop
on.
the name.
Julie Cowan.
I'll just say it's from Facebook. This is something I got on Facebook after I posted one of our articles there. Okay. This person said, honestly, I would try to trade Gibson and our second overall pick.
4.
That's all they said.
Okay.
They want to
Okay.
trade the second round pick and Gibson to somebody. I don't know. They said them. I don't know who them
Wow.
is. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, I tried to look, and I don't really know where that's going. But how would you feel about trading our second pick and Gibson somewhere?
I mean,
That's
are
an
you,
awful decision.
Are you getting Austin Matthews or Mitch Marner or someone?
Maybe.
Like,
I mean, hey, you send
Spend the
him to
rest of the
Toronto.
pod figuring out who them is.
Yeah, let's find out who them is.
I think every asset has a price, but except maybe like Connor Bedard or something like that. But I honestly don't know what it would take for the Ducks to trade the second overall pick. It would take a lot. I mean, you could talk about maybe moving down. I think that's a conversation that's a bit more interesting. Not one that I would entertain, but there's some wiggle room there. But in terms of like moving it for a player or something like that, that's too rich for my blood.
Yep.
Okay, I found out. It's the Blackhawks.
So
Oh,
wait, for Bedard?
Would the Blackhawks do that?
No.
Gibson hurts their kind of plan here.
Well, and not only that, it just doesn't align with their aging window at all.
Yeah.
No.
No. There's no way Chicago does that.
Yeah, I don't think that makes a lot of sense. Here's what I'll say on Carlson, though. To circle back to Carlson before Jake jumps in and slanders his good name. I think that he's like, I don't really understand this narrative of, he's the two-way guy. Like, like Fantilli is the skills guy and Carlson is the two-way guy, because I think that they're both very skilled. Maybe I think Carlson has less kind of highlight reel plays than Fantilli. I mean, he hasn't tried any Michigans that I'm aware of, but he's got some skills in his own way. Like, he's got a very good shot. I think that he's very good off the rush, despite being kind of an awkward skater. He doesn't really have that great drive when he's extending out in his stride. He's a bit like straight-legged, but I think he's pretty agile on his edges for a big guy. He's got some pretty soft hands around the net. Like, I think calling him a two-way guy is almost like an undersell, because he just had one of the best seasons by production of a draft eligible player since like Nicholas Backstrom. So I just in the SHL. So I just don't really understand this kind of like downplay of what he is. But now, Jake, you have some thoughts.
Yeah, I'm just going to share real quick. You and I decided today to support Mitch Brown and Lassi Allinen's Patreon.
The tracking
And
project.
The tracking
I
project.
got that email, by the way, that you guys.
So did I.
Wait,
Oh,
really?
Wait,
Yeah.
what? There's an email?
Wow.
Yeah, when you follow your guys' Patreon, anytime I think you guys subscribe to something, it notifies.
Wow.
Because
We
I
have-
also got the email.
our
Felix, there's some questionable accounts on your email.
man, our Patreon spending is more transparent than like the U.S. government. Can't believe it.
Wow.
Anyway.
Venmo receipts. We can see what you're doing.
Wow. Adam
boy.
Fantilli, when you look at this, his plus C scores, the highest ones are XG per 60, shots per 60, expected primary assists per 60, and those are all +2 or +3 on a Z score. +1 is slot passes
Hold
per
on,
60.
hold on. What is E score? You're just throwing out words. People
Z
need to know what
score
these words mean.
Z score is above the mean. So relative to the mean, +1, +2. It's what we see with the Rap'em charts that we post a bunch. Whereas a lot of its transition game is kind of more about average in the NCAA. And kind of where he really thrives is in the offensive zone, generating chances, generating offense, creating slot shots for his teammates, things like that. Transition play, he, at least in this, granted, 7 games, 113 minutes track, so there is that sample size element to it. The transition game wasn't necessarily there. The funny thing with Leo Carlson is it's kind of the exact opposite. Expected assists per 60, basically about average. Shots per 60 below average. Expected goals per 60 below +1. Slot passes per 60 and slot pass accuracy were good, but his transition game, controlled entry percentage, controlled entries per 60, controlled exit percentage, that's really where Leo Carlson thrived. And so it almost, and I know Connor's going to hate this right now, but it's almost like if you made Isaac Lundestrom, with how good he is at transitioning the puck, but created someone who's actually able to make offensive zone plays once he's in the offensive zone.
But that would be a good player, though.
It is. I'm
He's
not stating.
Isaac Lundestrom.
I'm not stating he's a bad player. I'm just giving a comparison versus I think Adam Fantilli is a bit more dynamic in the offensive zone, and I think the transition game can come due to his skating and the skill that he has. So I think that's where I separate the two and why I think that I would take Fantilli, and I think that there is a gap there is that offensive high-end skill that's there that I'm not sure Karlsson has as much. And that's not stating Karlsson doesn't have that and that he's not good offensively. But that's why I view that as a gap.
He doesn't have a Michigan goal, so.
Exactly.
What are his expected Michigan goals?
Well, Adam Fantilli's definitely at +1.
MCH, expected MCH.
So hold on. So let me try to like, because I feel like I didn't understand what you just said. So you're saying that
Okay. Okay.
Karlsson.
Is it because CTP become too much for Felix?
No,
Are you witnessing an aging curve in real? Is this regression in real
my
time?
mental acuity has like drastically fallen the last 3 days, so that could be
You
part
have,
of
had, you have had half a beer, so.
it. I mean, I'm almost to 2 now, so like all bets are off for me.
I'm on number 2 right now.
I also had a bachelor party like this weekend, so my brain is still like probably pickled in booze.
Yeah.
Oh, Puck Empire's not going to like that one.
Hard drunk on the job.
But so I just want to, because I feel like I kind of tuned out halfway through. So you're saying that Karlsson is better at transitioning the puck, retrieving the puck in his own zone, but once he's in his own zone, the numbers aren't as good as Fantilli's, is what
Correct.
you're saying.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Nobody got hurt there. Nobody died. Just a simple clarification.
We good?
Well, so.
Yeah.
So I think that's the tracking numbers are so interesting to me because I feel like they're so role dependent sometimes too, right?
Yeah.
Where Adam Fantilli could probably do what Leo Karlsson did in the defensive zone if he were asked to. But on Michigan, a team that's so loaded with talent, I don't know who his line mates were, but I'm assuming that maybe he's in a position where he doesn't have to be the guy that's doing it all. Although maybe those numbers would indicate that if you're drafting him to be kind of this like shutdown guy because he's like, he fits that archetype, he's a bigger player, maybe that's not exactly who he is at the same time. So it's tough with any of these numbers because it's a 7-game sample.
Yeah. Although with Leo Karlsson, it's 20 games.
That's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
All things considered. Okay. Well, so anything else on the draft? Anything else that's lingering here? Any pebbles in people's shoe?
Anyone else have bones to pick about the lottery that they didn't get out last week?
Oh,
No,
I got nothing.
I think both shows kind of hit
Yeah.
the available nail. I think if you're still complaining that it's rigged like a week later, and I don't really know what else to tell you at that point. I don't think we're the ones that can really convince
Throw
you.
up
Yeah.
a little bit.
So
do we know it isn't rigged? Do we
who,
have proof?
who's Montreal taking, Felix? Give a real
I'll-
prediction.
Okay. Well, I mean, it all depends what happens in the first 4 picks. So
Yes, but I think that means you have to predict 2 through 4 as well.
Okay. I'll do a mock. I'll mock. I'll mock everyone here.
Hard 3-round mock.
Yeah. Is this going to be a Puck Empire post? Number
Oh my
one.
God, I hope so.
Number one, Connor Bedard. Number 1, Connor Bedard against all expectations. Number 2, Adam Fantilli. Number 3 is Columbus, right? So Will Smith. They're going to take Will Smith.
Which is just gross.
It is what it is. It simply is what it is. The Sharks, to me, are like the big X factor because I feel like they have 2 very divergent paths that they could take. But if I were to bet on it, I think they're going to draft Leo Karlsson. And then at number 5, the Canadians, I'm just going to bet from the heart here, Matvei Michkov. Like,
Do you think that actually happens, though?
I think there's a chance because at that point, it's like, what other direction do you go in? That could help your franchise as much as Michkov can.
Did I misread over the weekend, or was Kent Hughes kind of asked about it and he gave an answer that suggested that they were probably going to go in a different direction?
I think what he said is if all things are equal or something like that. Like if all things are equal, if we can judge the players on the same scale, then we'll take like the better player or something like that. Like I think he was trying to create this like logic for why they wouldn't draft Michkov. Like basically, if we believe in both players and one of them is sooner to be available, then we'll take that player. But it's like, man, who are you going to believe in as much as Michkov from a ceiling perspective? So I don't know. I think that Kent Hughes and Jeff Gordon have a lot of rope from ownership, and that they could withstand the weight of Michkov. And like the thing is, even if you draft like who are they going to draft that's going to arrive that much faster and is going to be that much of a better deal? I guess, like, are they really going to go and get what's his name, Leonard from the National Development Program? Are they going to draft the defenseman? Like it's just, I don't know. Swing for the fences. That's what my heart says.
Maybe they trade it.
Trade up or down. Oh, are we doing this? Are we doing this?
Christ.
Felix is trading down for Kent Hughes.
Cole Caulfield and the 5th overall pick for number 2.
Can we
Who
not
says
do
no?
this again?
Who says no?
No, thank you.
No.
Who says no? Why does everyone hate this idea?
I have Michkov going to the Coyotes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't know if they're going to draft Michkov, but yeah, he would. I also don't know if the Coyotes would do it, though.
No?
Don't they need some...
The Coyotes make sense.
Do they, though?
I don't see it happening, though. That's a tough
they,
spell
though?
for you're trying to get an arena done. It's like, hey, I know we have this super high pick. Hey, I know we also are having an arena coming in 3 to 4 years, and who knows what that
just for Michkov to
we
come
also-
over.
But then we also have to wait 4 years for this kid to come over. It's
I
like,
honestly...
Perfect
Yeah,
timing.
I think it's a
Perfect
tough
timing
time.
for the Russian carpet to come out right into their new arena.
I see that side of it. I just think, like, I don't know
Dude.
what sort of opinion.
Do they transition to the red jersey then? Maybe go a different shade of red even?
What
Yeah.
red jersey?
What?
What
The
red
one you
jersey?
hate?
They're alternate.
Are you talking about the
The one
Coyotes?
that's,
Yes.
Coyotes.
the one
Yes,
that's
the
good. the
You mean
JK?
maroon? It's not red. It's
Yeah,
a
it's not
maroon.
red.
I mean,
Yeah.
maroon's a shade of red.
But
It's-
The donut.
Okay,
you say
so-
red- I say red. What pops in your head?
Like Hurricanes red.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I say maroon. What pops in your head? That.
Maroon is a shade of red.
Correct.
Jake, the guy that says
Correct.
If you
like the Sharks have blue jerseys.
yeah, they do. The Sharks
they
have blue
do.
jersey.
No.
Or are they green?
Jake doesn't understand necessary versus sufficient logic. Like just because something is red.
Yes,
doesn't mean
but
it's
if I say a
also-
red jersey, it's clear what I'm talking about.
Yes, and that wasn't clear because their jerseys are maroon.
I'd rather you say brick.
Look, here's the deal.
Fair.
I don't
Fair,
see
Chris.
I
Thank
don't
you,
see
Chris.
them I don't see them drafting Michkov, the
I
Coyotes.
don't either. I don't either.
I honestly think that's like the team that I mean this is kind of a basic take, but I really think Washington makes so much sense.
The
he
data
gets
dog
that,
saying go off for me that I'm right here.
I
So
mocked-
thank you.
I mocked Reinbacher to Arizona at 6, and then like Felix said, I mocked Michkov to the Caps at 8. I just think both things make sense. Arizona is just a little bit lacking on the blue line in their pipeline, and I think
Yeah.
somebody is going with such a forward-heavy draft. The way NHL GMs work, they can't just kind of sit on their hands and wait for defensemen to fall if they have a hole. So I think somebody is going to reach into the first round for one of these right shot defensemen, and I think Reinbacher's going to
Yeah. And if the Coyotes want someone that's like a higher end forward at that slot with less risk, like there are still some options at that point.
Yeah.
It's not like they have to take Michkov. So
Before we get to an ad read, I'm going to throw this out there.
Uh-huh.
The Athletic report today
oh yeah, that was the next topic.
that, yeah, as we said, we don't have an outline as we have it. We're going through some topics. But mentioned that John Gibson, the suspicion going around if he is traded, that his preference would be Pittsburgh, Vegas, or LA.
Oh.
LA.
LA.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I'm not shocked. I mean, the Pittsburgh thing makes sense, and
Dude.
Vegas and LA makes sense because I mean, if he wants to stay somewhat local to the area or local to the West Coast, which is very believable, I think those markets make sense.
I'd
What
rather
would
see him
it-
in Vegas than LA.
It depends on the price.
Wait,
I mean, if
hold on.
LA's given us a better offer, I'm go to
If
LA.
LA somehow gives up Brant Clark,
Ooh.
there's
That's not
no
happening.
there's
That's
no
not
way
happening.
it would happen.
No, it's not happening.
are
But
we-
I'm just saying that these are the types of things that you think about, right?
I'm
that it's
thinking
like-
of John Gibson in my Honda Civic, and I'm driving his ass up the 405.
Is John Gibson a positive value asset for the Ducks? like that contract is not
I
necessarily.
mean, it's just so hard because like we've talked about this so many times over the last year and a half. It's really hard to judge what the consensus opinion amongst GMs on John Gibson is in
Yeah.
the league is right now in terms of trade value. Like it seems like half the league could think that he's just regressed from this one-time elite goaltender into this average to mediocre, into this consistently average to mediocre player. And some people may think, oh, he just needs a different situation. He's been playing on a shitty team the last 4 or 5 years.
I
Go
am
back.
more sympathetic to that now than I was 2 years ago, because I think this year he actually was better, way better than I would have expected, given all the circumstances and even just his own play. But I just don't think that wherever the Ducks trade John Gibson that they're going to get back that much because of his contract.
I think if we traded John Gibson, I think you maybe see a lot of people really mad at the return, especially the folks that seem to think that he's still this, top 5, 6, 7 goaltender in the league. I think
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
people are. I don't think a lot of the fan base is ready for a John Gibson trade. I think a lot of
Well,
people.
the value is getting out of the contract. That is the
Exactly.
value of trading John Gibson for
Yeah.
the Ducks.
That's the getting out of the contract, and then you just create more space for Lucas Nostal, who is, in my opinion, I think proven at least that he deserves at least 50% of the share next season.
I think the real question is, how do other GMs perceive him? Because
Yeah.
there was the ESPN report that came out that said he was a top 10 goalie. And all it takes is one GM to have that opinion of him, to value him and want to trade for him.
I'm sure there's plenty.
And so, with that being the case, I think, yes, there's the potential of the trade being not really that much. And I think if that's the case, you keep him. You keep him, let him play through it. Hopefully, under a new coach, there is elevated value there and maybe
I
helps
disagree.
you. You think you flip him now?
Just just get out of the contract. Like, that's the whole idea. Like, the value is not having him on the team, and that may ruffle some feathers, that take, but creating
Felix
that
just out here trying to piss people off.
creating that cap space, you have
Engagement
Dostal.
farmer.
You have Dostal, who's ready to play in the NHL. Sign an average goalie to be your backup or be your 1A, 1B. And, I mean, here's the other thing with trading John Gibson, especially within your division. Like, that may actually help the Ducks down the line. Because if he ages how we think he might age, then maybe that actually helps you. So, I don't
Teams
know.
will be like, best we can do is Turcotte.
So would
I
they
mean-
trade him to a division rival?
Would they?
What?
Oh, would they?
Pull your mic closer.
What?
Pull your mic closer.
Would they is the question. Would they? I mean,
I said, would
I-
they trade him within the division?
I have a hard time seeing them trading him to LA for some reason.
I think
I brought up New Jersey.
Probably the least likely.
Jersey?
Probably the least likely. I think Jersey could have some interest because I forget where I saw it, but I think that somebody said that they could have interest in Connor Hellebuck in the offseason if the Jets shut Abrello up. So I mean if they're in the goaltending market, I think it may be safe to assume that they do check in on Gibson, but
We can go Dostal, Vanacek.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. The Ducks don't really need great goaltending next season. They just need average goaltending. Because the goal next year isn't really to make the playoffs necessarily. It's just to take a step forward.
Oh, whoa. It's Cup year.
I mean, I think it's not even a playoff year. Like let's
Wait,
let's
Jake
dial in
told-
those
Jake told me
expectations.
we were winning the cup.
I did. Wait, which one? Which one?
Which
Oh,
Jake?
fuck. Damn it. I was hoping you would throw Jake Robles under the bus. Jake Robles is just sitting there plotting, figuring out they're going to make it. But real quick, we need to do an ad read at some point, but I just want to say this real quick. Screw it. Ad read time. And then I'll get to the point.
Cliffhanger. Wow.
This episode is brought to you by 714 Ticket. So I think it's agreed that there's really no better way to watch sports in general than going to games live and in person. And that's where 714 Tickets come in. 714 Tickets is a locally owned ticket company in Anaheim that never charges you taxes or service fees, unlike StubHub or Ticketmaster. It's really one of the best parts about 714 Tickets. They're located right in front of Honda Center, but also have a website, 714tickets.com, where you can earn 5% back in rewards on every online purchase. And so, to recap, you get to see your favorite team play. That includes the Angels. The Angels are still going right now. Can see Shohei Ohtani, can see Mike Trout, maybe the last season of Shohei Ohtani, so get out to the ballpark while you
Future
can
Giant.
see him. Stop, Felix. And you can pay no fees and earn rewards back for future purchases. It sounds like a no-brainer to me. So shop for your tickets at 714tickets.com or stop by their office for a more personal feel. Check them out and use the promo code CTP to get 10% off your purchase.
Love
There
us
you
some
have it.
714.
Yeah.
Check them out.
Shout out
Yeah.
714.
Speaking
Support-
of the Angels, did they win today?
They did.
Really?
Oh, they did.
Somehow.
Nice.
Do we,
There it is.
do we want
There
to
it
see the
is.
Angels succeed?
Yes.
Okay.
Otani the Cub. You heard it here first.
Stop.
The Cub?
Guys.
Wow.
Guys.
He's going coastal no matter what happens.
Guys.
This is the worst part of the podcast.
The
so-
Cub. Huh.
Can I just push back a little bit, though, on this narrative that's come out on the Ducks that they are starting a rebuild?
Wait, where's this narrative?
Oh, yeah.
You have to cite where this is coming
The
from.
Athletic from Michael Russo and Eric Duhacek.
Oh.
Come on, Russo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
well,
let's see.
Thoughts on that, but continue.
The Ducks are in the early, here's the quote. This was in the Gibson portion. The Ducks are in the early stages of a rebuild. Gibson is 29. The feeling is that he would be Felix, yeah, would be amenable to a move to a contender because the Ducks are not going to be a playoff team for years to come.
Idiotic take.
Yeah.
Idiotic take.
We're in
And
the
all
middle.
due respect to the Hall of Famer Eric Duhacek and Michael Russo, but you just have to do one quick glance at Cap Friendly to understand why the Ducks window is not actually like whatever they said 5 years down the line. The Ducks have to sign Drysdale, Terry, and Zegras to their next contracts this summer. Like this whole notion of you're on the ground floor of the rebuild. That ship has sailed. Like the time to think about it that way, the time to approach it that way, it has passed. Like now that you're going to be paying Trevor Zegras potentially $8+ million, Troy Terry $6 million+, like you can't really screw around anymore. Like you're paying a lot of money to be bad at that point. And so does that mean you have to make a bunch of short-sighted moves to try to get the last playoff seed? No, but I think it's crazy to say that that they're just at the very beginning.
Yep. And the Panthers were the final team in this year. Why not us? Why
The
not
Panthers
us?
were
last
also
year?
the President
Yeah,
Trophy team.
Let's relax. Why not us? Just go with it.
Salem
Jesus.
appearance. Salem is on camera.
Shout out Salem.
Salem
Yeah,
the Black
it's,
Cat.
it's asinine to suggest that we're in the early stages of the rebuild. I mean, I think we're kind of in the middle. Like I've talked about it a little bit in the Discord. I think saying that we could be a playoff team next year, for me, that's a little aggressive. Just
Wow, shots fired at me.
especially right.
Well, who are they going to make it
Let
over?
me finish. Especially right now, we don't have a coach. There's been no moves made.
Fair,
I
fair,
think right now that's an aggressive take for me.
fair.
We can reevaluate in October after everything's unfolded. But I mean, yeah.
Probably July.
Jake with an aggressive take? Wow, I'm shocked.
Well, I know, according to Felix, we're not signing a coach until November. So
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Okay.
Did I miss something?
I'm exaggerating because he made the whole fuss about why do they have to sign a coach before the draft?
My perfectly agreeable take that this whole artificial arbitrary deadline of the draft for a coach is just
I don't
Yeah.
think it's been treated as a deadline. I think people are just treating it as I think that's what's going to happen.
yeah, I agree. I mean, does it really matter at the end of the day? No, but it's just something that kind of
If any
Annoys
coach is
me.
going to help with the draft, it should be Matt McElwain and not.
yeah. I followed him on Instagram. Good follow. Good
Yeah.
follow. He's only got like 1,500 followers, so
And
let's
what
In
can
at
you
the ground
divert-
level.
What can you concur about his systems from?
you know
Has he DM'd you yet?
he posted something the other day, excited to go back to that conference where he gave those talks. So he's still in the grassroots, you know. He's
Still humble.
I just followed him too.
there you go. The fame hasn't changed him. Had a very classy Mother's Day post. You know, like this guy. Like, what can you say? What more can you say? Okay. Let's see here. What else do we have, Jake?
We've got questions. Unless anyone else, Lou, Jake,
This
Connor,
could be a take
Chris,
about anything. It does not
anything.
It does not have to be Ducks related, NHL related.
This is an open forum right now for any of your takes.
This is a sandbox. We are all playing in the sandbox.
Caleb Williams will be a Ram.
No, he won't.
Wow.
I mean,
okay.
stay in LA, fine.
So if I called the USC red and yellow, is
They're
that
cardinal
fine?
and gold.
Red and yellow?
I mean,
Okay.
cardinal is a shade of red.
Oh,
Red and
here we
yellow.
go.
Sure.
Red and yellow.
Yeah.
Wait, are we about to get in that their yellow is not gold, or that it's not gold?
It's
Wasn't
not
that one
gold.
of
No,
you?
that
It's
is gold.
It's
That is-
cardinal and gold. It's cardinal and gold.
That is gold.
The
Ducks
proper
gold is,
the proper term is sports gold.
The Ducks gold is baby puke. USC gold is an actual gold.
The Ducks gold is
UCLA
a good
gold's
gold.
Ugly.
Yeah, have we gone too far against the Ducks gold?
The Ducks gold is
We
good.
haven't gone
Wait,
hard
why
enough.
does UCLA use yellow in their uniforms, but the
Don't
helmet
they
is
use
gold?
the Ducks gold?
Don't they
UCLA?
have? Yeah, don't they have gold helmets? But
Yeah,
then
that-
when it's like on the uniforms, it's yellow.
Yeah, their gold is
Because
confusing.
they can't do the same like way the gold shows up on the helmet when you put it on a jersey.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah,
The Saints do it.
The Packers have the yellow
I
helmets.
don't know. I have no idea.
Figure it out, UCLA.
Well,
Maybe to set
USC.
themselves apart from Cal.
maybe. I mean, Cal is superior, so makes sense.
I shall not have an opinion.
I
Well,
hate when teams say that they're gold, but it's clearly yellow.
Someone said something that was of note, and now I'm forgetting it. Oh well, I guess I've just forgotten.
Lou,
Yeah,
What?
Caleb Williams will be a Ram. I mean, I think that's not a bad take. That's a fine take.
No, the
Go.
Raiders will
Let's go.
draft him number 1.
But you're not a Raiders fan.
Yeah,
like
well,
it.
he's wearing a Raiders
I'm
shirt.
wearing a Raiders shirt. so I'm
He
a
gets to
Raiders
be a
fan.
Raiders fan tonight.
But I thought you
Raider
I thought you gave up on them.
Lou says he gives up on him every
I-
week. He says it for 18 straight weeks of football.
I came back.
You know, I respect it. I have the same arc with a lot of my teams. It's like
I came back.
I'm pissed. I want to just write them off. I'm swearing it all off, and then I get suckered back in. It happens.
Yeah. The
Oh,
draft-
actually,
Like when you're a Canadians fan, only when you want to be.
the draft sucked me back in.
I mean, it's been a rough like 5 years for this team.
As we've been doing a podcast about the Ducks for the last 6 seasons.
What is this slander? What is this slander?
I will say Josh Allen is bringing the Super Bowl trophy to Buffalo
Wow.
this
I'm
coming
gonna
season.
I'm gonna go see them at SoFi when they play the Chargers.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted to drive out for it.
Is everyone
Drive out, and we'll jump through a table together.
Yes.
we've got
Yes.
a so Jake,
Flaming
are you
table?
Jake, are you a Chargers
Maybe.
fan? Not Rudolph. Not
No,
reindeer.
I chose the Bills a couple seasons ago because I felt left out in our football conversations.
Oh, you chose the Bills. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Who
He
cares?
likes the Bills, man.
This whole gatekeeping on like how you have to be a fan.
Yeah.
Pick the team you want to root for.
Yeah.
None of this makes sense anyway.
I'm with Chris.
On what? You're a Bills fan?
No. Chris is a fan of a lot of different teams from various
Oh,
different locations.
Yeah. You know, I like the Bears.
I respect that you follow Swiss League hockey.
Hell yeah,
That-
dude.
That is actually like next level dedication.
Hell yes.
Why do you like
Love
the
me
Bears?
some Swiss hockey, man.
Why do you
The
like
Sw-
the Bears?
The Swiss League has really fun teams. They have like storied clubs. They have really good crowds.
Zurich, that's my team, man. Go
Probably the
Lions.
beautiful country to play in the world too.
Yeah. Yeah, you know some legends like David Absher that have gone through there. Cristobal Huey.
Austin Matthews.
We will
Austin
not have
Matthews.
Cristobal
Mason-
Huey slander
Mason
here. We
McTavish.
love Huey.
Dude, Cristobal Huey was my
Homeland.
original like hockey idol. Like that was my first favorite player as a kid. Was
Love
Cristobal
Cristobal
Huey.
Huey.
Yeah, that's the reason I started as a goalie. Was because Huey had this crazy like streak. Anyway,
Wait,
way
there's
far
someone in the
field
chat from North Carolina?
Looks like it.
Duck-
B.
Ducks
Doddles.
fan. Nice. I lived in North Carolina. I was
Not
I was a
rooting
Ducks
for the
fan there
Canes?
for a bit.
Not rooting for the Raising Canes. Can we just say this though, that the reason that the Hurricanes are in the conference final is because they finally wore the correct jersey?
I mean, they're not wearing
All
it on
the
the road,
anniversary
though.
ones?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Yeah.
Can
Like,
they
for-
stop
for-
wearing red helmets on the road? That just looks stupid.
You know,
It does.
I go back and forth on that. It's kind of like the Avalanche blue pants for me. Like some days it looks like that makes sense, and other days it's just like, why are you doing this?
Before
Yeah.
we get to questions, what do we think of the jersey matchups in the conference finals?
Oh boy, Jake.
Dallas,
Rudolph's
blows
not gonna
Texas
like.
out of the water. And the Hurricanes are a lot better.
Yeah.
The Western
Hurricanes-
Conference is really bad.
Hurricanes Panthers will be pretty ugly.
It's a very nice green. Like it just pops.
I hate
Is it a
victory
nice green, though?
It looks.
I
I
Right.
don't
hate
like
victory
that.
green.
I don't like
I
the
I
Stars
don't.
green.
I don't like the green.
I like it. Well,
It's
you
too
want-
Go to the darker green.
It's too bright.
It could have been so much better with the Kraken.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest about that.
I will say this:
Overrated.
I don't like the Vegas jerseys, but I
Overrated.
I respect the hell out of them actually going to a gold jersey instead of gray.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
No.
like just go with
No.
your name.
No.
No,
yes.
Yes, their name's Golden
I
Knights. They shouldn't have a gray
understand, but it's
jersey.
still a horrid jersey.
They are horrible,
No,
but
I
at least they
agree.
live
No,
up to
but
their
it's-
name.
They just need to get rid of the white gloves. That's
Yeah.
my issue.
We-
I
we
don't
should-
mind the gold, but like
This
get
isn't
rid
the
of the
All-Star.
white gloves.
Stop
We
doing
should be
white.
more critical though and say that it's not enough to go gold jersey. You got to add the gold helmet full time too.
Gold
The
pants. too,
chrome
why not?
gold one.
The,
No.
the gold helmet is amazing.
What about gold visors?
Gold pants.
I don't think it'll be illegal.
Gold skate blades. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, Burns has gold
sticks.
skate blades.
Yeah,
Does
he
he?
does. He does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, those Hurricanes like throwbacks in the
They're
Adidas
very
cut.
good.
It,
They're
it's
nice.
just it just
Are
hits
those the
different.
best jerseys of the playoffs left?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No, wait, who else?
Left.
is that?
Yeah, they are.
I,
Yeah.
I think they
Those
are.
specific
Yeah.
jerseys or like they're set?
Carolina,
Those
Dallas.
jerseys.
Florida, 3 feet of shit, Vegas.
Looks like Carolina's going.
Wow,
Carolina
that is
might
harsh.
be. They. It feels like the Hurricanes are going towards the warning flag logo as like a primary.
They should.
I don't know how
I
I feel
hate
about
that
that.
uniform.
The black ones, I don't. I
Oh
don't
wait,
like those.
wait. Oh, that
Yeah.
one, not
The
that
black with
sorry,
the warning
sorry,
flag.
That's
sorry.
why I'm saying this is why they're good now because they ditched like they stopped trying to force that and they went
They
back
should
to
just
what
went back to just having that be an alternate and just go
like
back
they
to
went
Yeah.
back to the look that won them
Yeah.
a Stanley Cup and that got them to a final in 2002. Actually, this is crazy. Paul Maurice coached those Hurricanes in 2002,
Yeah.
and
he
now
did.
he's still coaching 21 years later.
Well, that's like Lindy Ruff, dude.
Was he on the 06 Cup team staff too?
No,
I
that was
don't
Peter
think so.
Laviolette.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, was
Or-
he on the staff though?
I think he was coaching Toronto back then.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I don't think he ever was an assistant coach after being a head coach.
I just can't. I can't believe Lindy Ruff is still a head coach. Like he
Still a good
coached.
one, also.
Yeah, he coached the Sabres in the year '99,
Yeah.
which is where I started to hate the Dallas Stars. And it's been
Wow,
it's
you've
grown.
been hating the Stars for a long time.
Yeah, man, it's a
Wait,
whole
hold
thing.
on. Oh, because you're a Sabres fan.
Well,
Okay.
sort of.
I'm so confused. I am so confused.
I'm just from there, okay?
Okay, but you support the Sabres.
I do support them until they play the Ducks, but yeah, I support them.
Okay. Now it makes sense. Yeah,
How
that.
Yeah.
did the Bills play the Bears?
It's Bears all day. It's Bears all day.
So you're okay now. We need a
I have
spreadsheet.
my
we need a
team.
spreadsheet. We need a spreadsheet.
Listen. I have my team and then my home team. Okay.
Why do you like the Bears?
Oh, we've
What is there
talked
to like
this.
about the Bears? What is there to like
I
about
literally
the Bears?
only like the Bears because they're called the Bears. I
No,
have no
I respect that.
like.
Yeah,
I
I
actually
respect
I like Khalil Mack a lot, and I'm like, you know
Oh,
what?
God,
I like
please
him. Sorry, Lou, but you brought this up,
Blue
so
is
it's coming
just
right
getting
back in your
PTSD
face.
right now.
But yeah, I like Khalil Mack. He went to UB. He went to University at Buffalo. So I was like, you know what? I like this guy.
Wow.
And you know, he was a Bear, so let's roll with the Bears. And it helped that they're called the Bears. I mean, Bears are awesome, dude. What's your problem?
Are they? They're like pretty dangerous, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
but
pretty
they're pretty
scary.
cool too.
Grizzlies
They're
are
pretty
big.
scary.
My favorite is just watching like a YouTube short or video, just Joe Rogan talking about grizzly bears. Like, I'm not necessarily the biggest Joe Rogan like fan / listener, but those are
Outing
pretty
yourself.
hilarious. Those are pretty hilarious. Like that dude is just terrified of bears, and like just by my scrolling at midnight every night, like I've like by transitional property become
All right.
scared of bears.
Should we start getting into questions? Because we got a bunch.
Sure.
Before
We're
we get
just-
into questions, can I ask a question?
Yes.
When are we getting the lap CTP game? We did
Game?
we did the podcast classic years ago. We
We
gotta bring
should.
it back.
We
Yeah.
will fit this summer. Are we doing it summer? Are we going to commit to it being in summer?
We can plan.
Can we crowdfund my transportation down to SoCal?
I think that honestly is the biggest thing. We need Felix to be down here.
Yeah.
I mean, doing like an actual like pickup game, or like we doing like a roller?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Roller
two
hockey is a
pickup-
lot cheaper.
I need to go find my gear.
Hey, me and Lou can't skate. Let's just play ball hockey.
Way back when, Jake, wasn't that like your first game ever?
The very
Yeah.
first time I ever played.
I remember we played. What was the other podcast name?
It was Chip's podcast.
Chips
Yeah,
podcast.
totally
Totally
offsides.
offside.
Totally offside. Yeah, and
That's the whole thing.
and they
Oh,
had
they
a
had
bunch,
they had
they had a
some
bunch of
ringers,
ringers.
that just ripped you apart, Jake.
and we lost
Yeah.
like 17.
That wasn't your fault. That wasn't your fault.
No. And
Well,
I
we
w-
won the first one, but the second one was when we got
That's
fucked
right.
up.
Oh,
I just
the
remember
ro-
there was a shot from like the wing that just like went perfect corner. And I was like, yeah, that can't really be stopped by anyone right now.
Well, the first game that we played was in Long Beach, a roller hockey game. And
That's
it was
right.
Like
That was
90
a little pickup game.
and it was like 90 degrees outside, and we were all just like dying.
It was great.
We were all wearing full gear, which was really bright. Yeah, no, that'd be fun. That'd be
What?
fun.
Yeah, me
I
and
think we
Lou
played
can't.
like 3 of them.
Me and Lou can't skate. So what do we do?
Well, Deflo in the comments said he can commentate with you too. So
I
you
think
guys
you
could be
guys.
the broadcast.
I think
can
you
be the
guys still have to
coaches.
come and skate. You still have
You-
to skate.
You can be the coaches or GMs or something.
I've got
Okay.
extra gear.
Stand on the bench, yell at us.
Bro,
What size
I
skate-
look like
what- What size shoe are you guys?
and a
depends. Is it a running shoe? Is it a normal day?
They have rental
shoe?
skates there. They have rental skates there.
Yeah.
Jake, are you an 11 and a half by any chance?
Am I? No, I am a size 8.
Jake buys junior
Jesus.
size skates. It's so unfair that he gets to save like $400.
I
right?
get top end skates at half the price.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like
Ju-
trying them
junior
on
skates.
Those guys are so lucky. They come
Yeah.
in and they're like, oh hell yeah, the new Bowers are 600 instead of 1100.
I think the last time I bought skates, it was $400 for the top end skates.
Rudolph's trying on his skates with all the little kids.
Like
Are you going to formally announce your beer league number on this pod? This is a big choice.
dude, it is. Man, I'm tossing and turning. I might not sleep tonight on because of this decision I have
Is
to make.
there like a final 2 or final 3?
Right now, let's see.
For anyone that doesn't know, Felix is joining beer league. Well, for anyone not in the Discord, Felix is joining a beer league team.
I
They have
And
a
it doesn't
retired
know-
number.
And doesn't know. Yeah, they have a retired number.
yeah,
No, number 9 is retired.
I don't want to laugh about that too much because there may be like
Okay, yeah.
A
Let's not laugh.
reason-
Actually,
Is
A
no
reason-
longer with us, maybe.
yeah, that actually could be a thing.
I don't- but there is a retired number, which does not happen very often in
How
beer league
common is
hockey.
that?
Huh?
Not
How common
common.
is that?
No, I've never seen that in all my
Yeah.
years.
Right as like Felix started talking, I'm like, wait a minute.
There has to be a good reason, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
died. Like that's
Someone
what it is.
definitely died. So, no LOLs.
Yeah. Anyway, as people are hiding their laughs, that's classless. There's a few contenders right now. We'll see. I'm traditionally number 9, and that's the number that happens to be retired. Number 7 is in consideration. 91, yes, is up there. 90, just anything with a 9. I'm trying to get in there.
44?
91.
69.
I also 26 is available.
Nice.
Marty St. Louis.
Since Felix is joining, should he get an Anaheim Ducks rookie number and just pick like 74 or something?
I
like
was
that?
thinking 61 because
Okay.
like the Troy Terry rookie number and
62 in honor
And
of Chris
Perry.
Wagner.
Do 49.
no, I will never do that.
What kind of player are you? What would
I
you
played-
What would you describe yourself?
I play-
Wait, let me describe Felix.
Yeah,
No,
let's have someone who's played with me describe that.
Okay.
He is a guy that will stick handle and do 10 like deeks while he's skating. Not like actually skating. Has some hands, but then might make a bad decision with the puck, and also has guys throw punches at him after whistles.
Okay, 39 is your number. You're going to be the Matt Bolesky of your team.
The
Wow.
dog store Trevor Zegers?
This is all stemming from one incident that got our teammates suspended. And then I think after the game, he was in the locker room irate, and I was like, wasn't I like laughing at him or something like that? And he was like, dude, I was sticking up for you.
I don't remember that. I think because I was the captain, I was on the ice dealing with the BS.
Well, basically what happened was some guy was like skating to the penalty box, and I was like chirping him. I was yelling at him. And then he turns around and skates back, and then like skates up to my face, and I'm still chirping, and then he just like cross checks me in the face basically, and I just flop like NBA style flop to the ground, and then like,
LeBron.
a whole kerfuffle like breaks out, and then my teammate like actually is taking it seriously. He's like, "Oh, I have to fight now because my other because I was hit."
Did you say something about his baller?
Were there
Man.
lip readers watching?
I mean, I definitely said some like not nice things, but you know, none of them had to do with family, of course. But yeah, our teammate then got suspended because of that. And after the game, like I guess he wasn't happy with the fact that I didn't seem grateful that he stuck up for me.
I don't remember this
am
part
I just
at all.
am I a locker room cancer? Like,
I think-
is that part of the profile here?
Is Felix
Anyway.
Antonio Brown of beer league?
All right.
Yeah,
So Felix will have his number retired there as well soon.
I think
When
I
your
think
time is up, when your time is
61
up,
yeah,
Go ahead.
maybe. I mean, if my number gets retired by this storied franchise, you know, if I could be only the second number to be retired in franchise history.
yeah,
By the Mermen, by the way. Mermen
The Mermen,
is the team. Is
okay.
the team name. So
yeah.
a
Then
good
you can
name.
you can have your number retired, and then you can ditch the skates, and you can come join me in the National Ball Hockey League.
dude, ball hockey's fun. Ball hockey's really hard.
Dude, it's hard.
I played once. There's actually a league around here that does ball hockey, and it's so tiring because
Yeah,
you're
I mean-
running on a tennis court and like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
hot. Yeah,
The
it's-
NBHL, they have a California division that I'm in. So every
Wow.
like month, I have to go out at the end of the month,
Stay at my house.
stay with Jake, and
Wow.
then they play in Garden Grove. So I'm coming out next weekend.
Wow,
We're 1-1. We're
I
1-1.
was not aware of this dedication to ball hockey.
Yeah,
That's
man.
amazing.
Yep, and it's hard. It is hard.
Yeah, no, ball hockey's very tiring. I'd rather skate.
There's no
The-
gliding. There's no
I have an
gliding.
important. I have an
I'm-
important.
They gave you guys
I'm great at-
mediums.
I'm great at gliding. That's my favorite. That's my favorite time during the game, outside of having
Yes.
the puck.
Yes.
And
no,
the-
you
our
love
uniforms?
gliding with the puck.
Bro, our uniforms are so formed. Like, they are like morph suits, bro.
Okay.
Like, it's disgusting. Like, I feel like a
yeah. No.
sausage.
Let me
Okay.
ask this question. We're gonna get to a question now. Appa in our Twitch chat, and then we'll get to our Discord. But said if both pods had ample time to train their geese, which side will win in a geese battle?
Wait. What? What?
Well, we're going to be shorthanded on that because Lou has knows nothing about geese. He didn't even know they hiss.
Dude, geese are scary.
Geese are
I
terrifying.
YouTube geese like the night of our pod in like an hour. So I'm well versed in geese.
There's a lot of geese around here, and they are
Yeah.
just terrifying.
You got to train them well, you know? Maybe train them to use a weapon, and then we'd have the upper hand at
think
least.
they're
I mean,
Weapon is
you
good.
you do have 4 people, so I think
Yeah,
the
we
four-
would have
four-
an
the-
extra goose.
But let's be honest, how much help would I be? I mean,
know.
That's
we would
fair.
we'd make sure that Lou's not the nutritionist because he would just
Yeah.
feed it whatever Lou eats. He'd be giving it an In-N-Out burger or a burrito at 10
Or
a.m.
marinara sauce.
can we are PEDs off?
Sure. Yeah. Wait, CJ can help also.
Give
CJ
a-
and
Give
CJ
the
will
goose
come in and help.
HGH.
Mike will come in. We can get Bob also. All the people that have ridden for Crash the Pond will come in.
Okay, so we got to get our riders. We all got to buy geese. Like, everyone
Is
has
it-
to have a goose.
Isn't this illegal? like making animals
No,
fight
no one
against-
has to know. No one's listening to this. No one
They're
has
not
to
really.
know.
They're not really fighting.
Yeah, this seems like barely legal. So
It's gonna be on Twitch.
All right, here we go.
this
Once
is all
again,
satirical.
I think we're in new ground here because we have a question from someone on the show.
This is Jake's 6th time trying to get into questions.
I think so. Man, this second round has been a hoot. This is coming from Lou. The Leafs got knocked out by the Scrappy Cats. The Canes looked primed to be real cup contenders, and these Kraken are shocking the world. Anyways, can we all agree that strawberry jam tastes horrible? No.
Why
no,
would you
strawberry
ever have jam?
strawberry jam's
Wait,
great.
whoa. What do you mean?
There's
What's
no
wrong with
need.
jam?
There's no need.
What do you mean? There's no need.
There's no need. That you do not need.
Thank you.
Stop, Chris.
I agree.
You do not
Lou's
need jam.
clearly been
There's
reading
really no
Ryan's
need for jam.
tweets.
Bro, I love jam. I try all jams.
Strawberry jam's great.
It's really not.
Fine.
Some,
It's gonna make a
I
difference
bought
when my.
some, I bought some blueberry jam at the store today.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
Strawberries my go-to.
No
Every
need.
once in a while, some boysenberry, some blueberry.
Boysenberry. Yeah, boysenberry.
Oh, I have a small hot take on that. Strawberry jam / jelly is far superior to any sort of grape jam or jelly.
I
Grapes
love
the worst.
both.
Grapes the worst. Grape.
I love
jelly's
both.
Ugh, grape jelly's awful. Ugh.
Throw your grape PB&J Uncrustables out
Dude, you gave
into
me a
the
great
trash.
You gave me a great PB&J. Like I'd rather just not eat.
Agreed. Strawberry PB&J, elite.
100%.
Oh, pure bliss. Pure
What's the
bliss.
difference between jam and jelly?
Also, chunky peanut butter is no.
The difference
Chunky's
between-
fine. I prefer creamy.
No, it's a texture thing.
I also like
That's
both.
fair.
I
That's
don't care.
fair. That's fair.
I'd prefer
like both.
to
It's
not
just that's
eat a
something
peanut
that
butter and
doesn't
jelly
feel like it
sandwich,
should have a
personally.
weird crunch in it, and I don't like it.
Fair. But strawberry jam, Lou, you're wrong. Sorry.
No, I'm not.
Um,
But okay.
Jams are very much needed, and it's gonna
I'm
make a
glad
They're not
difference.
needed.
I'm
gonna
glad
make a
Lou's
difference when we're
finally here
training
to
our geese.
defend himself from Jake.
They're truly not needed.
It's gonna be a game changer when my goose is eating jam, training for this whole thing. It's gonna be huge.
I don't know how I'm gonna get through these questions. I'm already crying from laughter.
Preserves,
Strawberry is what's the, preserves and jam are close.
I think they're the same. I think
They're basically the
Strawberry
same.
is the worst. Strawberry is the worst berry in the berry family.
Oof,
Oh
that
my
is.
god!
That-
Blueberries exist. Blueberries exist.
Wait a minute.
Blueberries are the best.
Blueberries
Blueberries
are
are
good.
not the best.
I eat
Blueberries
blueberries
are
every single day.
belong in the trash
Boysenberry is
can.
the best.
Raspberries are the worst.
I just bought myself some
Raspberries are a little
dried.
Raspberries are
blueberries.
underrated.
Man,
No,
they're
sorry,
just.
raspberries are overrated a little
Thank
bit.
you.
Blackberries are better.
Thank you.
Boysenberry,
Okay.
the best.
Hockey Medic said, how much do the Ducks look to weaponize cap space this offseason? We have an actual hockey question.
Yes.
Big weapons.
Klingberg.
Answer is yes.
Klingberg to A&A?
Okay, can we define weaponized cap space? Because this gets thrown around really loosely, and I feel
Trade for someone that is a bad contract and get some sort of asset back as a return.
Yeah, that's what I think it'll look like when I think of weaponizing. Cap
Yeah.
space.
Okay. Just definitions are important.
Like you're trying to do the Evgeny Dadonov thing.
Are the Ducks in that business this year?
I don't think so.
Are
I think
they
they're
like is having just like X amount of cap space allocated to someone who's not going to help you on the ice?
I think this was kind of.
We
the
should
last
be
year
beyond
of
that.
being in that.
Like last year or this year was the year, and
Yeah.
they I guess John Klingberg may have been that.
Yeah.
I think the tough spot that they're in is that they're gonna have to sign Zegras. They're gonna have to sign Zegras. They're gonna have to sign Drysdale. They're gonna have to sign Terry. The cap space is gonna start going away, and I don't think you want to put yourself in a situation where maybe you have to start getting into LTIR.
Yeah.
In various different situations, if guys get hurt, things like that happen. You have to call guys up, and that's what can potentially happen if you end up with weaponizing your cap space in that manner.
Yeah,
Shout out John Moore.
Cap Friendly says they have 29 million in cap space for next season, but basically half of that is going to go away after the extensions get signed. So yeah, and then you have to fill out the rest of the roster. So I don't really think that they're in the market, or I just don't think that it's possible for them to do that. Really.
Yeah. Mighty for Nothing. This is a good question for the group. I feel like Felix doesn't really have to have a say here, though. The Ducks' 30th anniversary season is approaching, and with it comes the anniversary jersey. My jersey collection currently includes Korea, Solani, Getzlaf, Perry in a Habs jersey, Jaguar, and I think he has his own last name. With the abundance of new talent on the Ducks and more coming, who should he select for that jersey?
See, it's hard because I would pick one of the really young dudes, but they all kind of have their rookie numbers. I mean, unless you like rookie numbers,
Yeah.
maybe get it. I mean, I feel like McTavish is probably going to get 23, so maybe that. I mean, if they randomly assign Olin Zellweger or Adam Fantilli, if they let them get their big point numbers.
Does McTavish get 23 next season?
I think so.
Has he played enough games or whatever?
I think it's
think
just
so.
I think it's after you play a full season.
Okay.
Your rookie.
I think it's easy. You get Zegras. Zegras 11.
Zegras.
Oh, I thought you said he had Zegras.
No.
Oh, okay, man. Yeah.
I'd say Zegras. I kind of liked his rookie. I like 11 a lot, but his rookie number was, I don't know. I like 46 for some reason. That was kind of It's kind of a nice
Yeah.
jersey.
Gaucher's number now. Please have
Andre Kostitsyn. Good job.
Get a jersey with future backup Gage Alexander's number on it.
There you go.
There it
Future
is.
backup is a bold call.
You could
That
get
is
a
bold
Dostal
call.
jersey.
Number 1 is a great number.
Cali Clang exists.
those stall jersey could.
That's a nice jersey.
Because
Have
Dostal
we-
could be a good one.
Have we ever talked about how much like confidence he has to have to get number 1? Like, I don't remember him having a rookie number. I guess not confidence. Just the fact that I don't remember him having a rookie number, and he was just always number 1 on the Ducks.
I think it's different with goaltenders.
Yeah.
They
That's
kinda do
fair,
that
that's
where
fair.
They can only have like 10 different numbers. So
Yeah.
I
Fair.
think it might be a goalie thing.
Yeah.
That rule's bullshit, by the way. Pick whatever number you want.
Agreed.
Right?
yeah, like Vasilevsky,
Oh, yeah.
88's cool. Like that's a
Yeah.
I think
88's
88's
cool.
like one of the best hockey numbers. So
I like when goalies don't wear like 29 through 39 and
Mhm.
like try something different.
I do like 1 on a goalie.
Yeah, I mean it's
And
classic.
88 is good.
like
Jacques-
Korpisalo was
One
70.
for a goalie's always class.
Yeah, Jacques Plante, was
Jonas
the
Hiller.
trailblazer there, and so important to recognize.
Me and water polo.
No,
Yep.
I mean, the whole like
Last-
increment of 10 rule is pretty
Yeah.
cool. But
increment
like,
of 10.
yeah, like if you're doing like 40, 30, I
Hmm.
mean, you have some
Yeah,
guys.
Korpisalo had 70. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
It was
non-tradi-
weird when we had Brizgalov for like the 3rd time, and he had like 80. Didn't he wear 80?
Yeah.
No, that
Yes.
was- no, I thought it was cool.
Yeah,
80
it was cool, but it was
80's
just
kinda
so
rough.
weird.
80's
it was
kind of
weird
like
'cause-
that's a training camp number.
I mean, he
Sorry.
was signed like
But it's
mid-season, to be
Brizgalov,
fair.
So it kind of fits though.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
All right. All right. Numero uno Adamo Fantilli fan says, what brewery will CTP LAP collab for round 1 of the draft be at? And will the reveal be soon? So this is Spencer. Can choose his hotel room close by that night. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
rough.
I mean, I won't be there. So
Yeah. I mean, if anything, it would probably be Brewery X, but the fact that it's a Wednesday will be tough.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't-
We
you can't-
wait and see if the Ducks do something. I mean, 'cause
Yeah.
the last time we had a top 3 pick was McTavish, and that was COVID, so they probably couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, if you guys were down to do something, if you were able, it is a Wednesday. But I mean, I was gonna try to come out for it, only if you guys were wanting to do something. Because
There
Wow.
could be a Zoom
is
event.
Jake poo-pooing now?
The draft should be on a Saturday.
It
it
should
really
be.
should.
Or
Yeah.
Friday night.
Or
Make it an
Friday.
event.
Friday.
Take the NFL's lead.
Yeah.
We could do a Zoom event for it.
We
Hey,
could.
OD Flow could
I mean,
host that.
that'd be fun too. Do trivia again, so I
Yeah.
can win
I
again.
think if the Ducks did a thing where
You didn't win.
What?
do you think if the Ducks did a thing where they had they kind of just had like a free to admission thing at Honda Center, and they brought the
Oh,
the jumbotron down a little bit, and
was that for the
just sit,
McTavish draft?
and anyone could just sit. No, I think they had the season ticket holder thing while
Hmm.
the
They did it last season, right?
Hmm.
no,
No.
no. I think
McTA-
I think their draft HQ was just at Honda Center, and it was on the floor. So
That's
when they
right.
Yes.
when they panned to Bob Murray when he made the McTavish pick, it was just him.
That's
on the
right.
Honda Center floor.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
see
right.
Actual people, but I'm wondering if they do a thing where like they just throw the draft on the jumbotron, and it's like, hey, Ducks fans, it's like $5 if you want to come in, or it's free to admission. You can just sit wherever on the in the.
They
ball.
should do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
They
I know
should.
It'd
that.
be a lot of fun. I'd go to that. Like just
Yeah.
have,
It's
like,
cool. It's cool.
collaborative
Coyotes did it.
Sessions, like open. You don't need
yeah.
the whole arena open. Like
Coyotes did that
the
a few years
Coyotes
ago.
did it. I was
Yeah.
told they were a bad franchise. guess not.
Speaking of them, I'm very nervous. Tomorrow is their whole arena situation, the vote and all that.
Oh God.
I'm scared.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ducks GMs, though, we have a question
that a
from
cat?
Pat Verbeek.
The beak.
Okay.
Said, hello, it's me, Pat Verbeek. I really like your podcast. Interesting question. Who is your dark horse of a coach candidate for the Ducks that I should consider? And I followed up with, are you looking for help? Is that why? And he said, I already know who I'm going to pick. I'm just interested in the thought process. And he also added, who is the Lou guy? His food takes are pretty bad.
Oh man, Lou gets beaked right at the end. That's sad.
A little rude, but
Just catching a stray from Pat Verbeek.
I know, right?
Man, I don't know. I have no clue.
I
I really
no
don't
idea.
know. Oh
I
my
really
god.
Mark Savard. I don't know. I'll just say Mark Savard.
I don't. I mean, that might actually be a dark horse because I'm tired of the whole like, oh, Jay Leach,
Spencer Carberry or whatever
Yeah.
that guy's name is.
It's just like Eric Stevens put out an article, and it was literally just like every possible coaching candidate
He
that's
listed
been out
like
there.
25 options, and it's like,
It's just like this isn't really like, shedding any light on the topic. And there's a very good chance it's none of those guys too. Like, so I don't know.
Well, since we're on that, I did have a question sent to us
Oh, okay.
about what we think about Nate. Is it Lehman as a coach?
Oh, the Michigan coach? No, not Michigan.
I think so.
Michigan.
I think it's Michigan.
Yeah.
North Dakota,
College coach.
South Dakota.
College coach Nate.
College coach.
He was
South
the world.
Dakota.
I don't know.
North
Oh, no.
Dakota.
North
Here we go
Dakota. I
again.
forget which one.
Here we go again.
One of the Dakotas. Just make them one state, just like
Yeah.
the Carolinas.
He was the World Junior coach for Team USA, and I thought didn't he play
Yes.
Trevor Zegras like not a bunch?
I think so.
He put him on the wing.
He put him on the wing and played him like on the fourth line.
That's the reason to not hire him right there.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah. So no, there's your
Sorry,
answer.
Nate.
Yeah.
Stay in college.
Stay in your lane.
Heyo Deflo has a question for Lou. If faced with the following dilemma, which would he choose? Trading John Gibson or having to eat over easy eggs, avocado, and strawberry jam every day for breakfast for 30 straight days?
Now
I
think
guess
about this,
John-
Lou. That's a sick diet. Think about it. Think
I
about
guess
it.
John Gibson's gonna have to start packing his bags. I'm not doing that.
Wow.
Sorry, John.
Dejan said, "How's the farm looking, Felix?"
Someone has some background noise. I can't figure out who it is.
I can't either.
Is it you, Jake?
It's
Or
not me.
Who doesn't have headphones? Oh, Connor doesn't have headphones.
oh,
Is it?
hold on.
Is it Connor?
Wait, hold on. No, my thing just got super like robot-y.
It's okay.
Come back.
I'll mute. Okay.
Oh, he's leaving.
Yeah, he said he'll come back.
Connor's just gone.
Now there's no background noise. Okay.
So
We
we found
found him.
we found this.
Ladies and
And
gentlemen,
then there
we
were
got
5.
D-Rock Lee, our good friend Derek. Oh yeah, Felix, how's the farm looking?
Why am I being accused of engagement farming? What's up with this new narrative? Also, I didn't know engagement farming was like I just thought like
I've never heard
clickbait.
of that phrase before.
Clickbait was like the term people would use.
I want to thank Felix because, like Lou, I've never heard of that before until
I've
this.
never heard of
so
that until
without
this.
Felix in my life, I wouldn't have known about this.
Yeah, I don't
Means a
know.
lot.
All right.
Folks are just mad.
Our good friend Derek said, "How many sandwiches would Felix buy if it meant the Ducks would acquire Alexi Lafreniere?"
Maybe one. Maybe one.
I'm just gonna out you right now. I get texts from you about Jersey Mike's. It's an excellent sandwich.
Okay, show the text. Show
Okay.
Wait, what's wrong with Jersey Mike's?
Felix is very adamant that he will not pay for a sandwich. Yet he has now come to the conclusion that Jersey Mike's is
Okay.
very good.
Show the text, please.
Okay.
Because
I'm looking.
because where you ask me, did you buy it? I have an answer for that.
But
In
you
those-
said
in the-
you did not. You
I said
said you
gift.
did not.
I
But
said
you
gift.
also said it's fantastic, which makes the assumption that you would go back and buy one.
No, it just said I enjoyed the product. It
Maybe
doesn't
he
have anything
goes-
else to do with that.
Maybe he'll go back and ask how exactly they made it, and then he can make it at home.
Dude, Jersey Mike's is fantastic.
It is very good.
I
Like
still don't
I
still don't know the reason why Felix won't pay for a sandwich.
mean,
The
I've
reasoning doesn't make sense to me.
made it clear. I put it out there.
You're on trial right now, Felix.
Folks can look back. Oh, Connor's back.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
a question for Connor.
Data Dog is saying that Jersey Mike's is mid, and I won't stand for that.
No,
It's good.
delicious.
It's
so
good.
good.
I'm being asked by Bonnie in our chat why I wouldn't not pay for a sandwich. I mean, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear. I am very confident that there are maybe like out of all the sandwiches in the world, there's maybe 5%.
Connor, we've got echo from you.
Still?
Do you have like headphones maybe? Little Apple earbud action?
Let me see here. Hold on.
Well, we can just mute you. It's fine. And now
He
Connor-
muted himself.
Okay. So what I would say, Bonnie, is that I'm very confident that I can make any sandwich that I can buy. I can probably make myself better.
Bullshit.
That is
You
the
cannot
take.
make. You can't make a sub from Firehouse, not the brisket one. No, you cannot.
Firehouse subs not that.
I haven't been to Firehouse, so I can't speak to that. But very likely, I can make a better sandwich. So. Yes.
Okay.
So that's the reason. It's a very like fine vanilla like plain reason to not want to pay for a sandwich. I think most
I get
people
it
would
though.
agree.
I do get it.
I think most folks would agree.
All right.
Most
Appa
folks
Never
do agree.
Lost AG said, if CTP and LAP had a Royal Rumble match, who emerges victorious?
What is a Royal Rumble match?
Oh, boy. I think this is a question.
Don't
mainly-
explain. Don't explain.
This is for me, Lou, and Jake. Who do you think would emerge from this? I feel like I would go for the schmarmy heel route and hide under the ring. Come out at the end and just dump whoever it was. Probably Felix
But I
over
was
the
gonna
ropes.
do that.
Are Lou and I just going to be hiding under the ring together?
Yeah. No,
And then
I
it's
think I'll just slip under the bottom rope so I'm not eliminated and just watch.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Slide back in.
For first row seats for the Royal Rumble.
What's the difference between a Royal Rumble and like just a normal?
So you start with 2 guys in the ring, and what every minute or so.
It depends on whatever the WWE feels like they want to do that year, whether it's a minute or 2 minutes. They change
They,
it all the time,
yeah,
like whatever they
change
do.
it.
Okay.
But a new person comes in. It's 1 through 30, and they do spots and they fight, and ultimately someone wins at the end.
Okay.
Some years Vince McMahon tears his quads trying to get in the ring, but you know.
In a battle
That's a-
royal, everyone is in the ring to start.
But
Yeah, that is the difference. Lou,
What is
Lou
happening?
hit the nail on the head. Wrestling
So-
talk.
Yeah. So Rudolph, you're a AEW guy over
I am.
WWE, right?
I am.
Incorrect take.
Okay.
I
was
am.
wondering.
I have
Vince
I have
McMahon
sworn WWE off.
Built the sport.
Felix, I feel like
Am
you
I
should
wrong?
like. I
Am I
feel
wrong?
like you should
What has
really.
Tony Khan ever built, or whatever his name is?
Felix, I feel like you should really be careful with these takes because of actual
I know,
shit.
I know.
Okay.
People know. People know where I'm coming from. People
Okay.
understand.
Okay,
People know.
Sean
what time it
said.
is.
Sean said he's got me. It's not close. I'm a giant.
that's fair. I am a very short person. I'm
Those-
5'7".
Yeah, you are kind of short, huh?
I am
Yeah.
very short. I am
Yeah.
5'7".
Those
Yeah.
cracking away jerseys are fantastic.
That's why I would hide
No,
underneath
really
the.
not.
That's why I would hide underneath the ring and wait.
I would push back.
I mean, I would bet on myself because I actually wrestled, but at the
Oh,
same time, I'm
yeah.
fat and out of shape. So like,
if
I
you
don't
know how
know.
to
I don't-
wrestle, you have a massive advantage over most
Amateur
folks.
wrestling is different than pro wrestling.
Yeah, I don't even know where I don't know what I would do.
I would
honestly.
definitely
Connor,
say
any
I'm
thoughts?
no
Is there-
Kurt
is
Angle
there still
here.
echo or no?
It's better. Any thoughts on who
no.
would win in a Royal Rumble?
Like just out of the 6 of us?
Yes.
Oh, me.
There you go. Bet on yourself.
There it is.
Bet on yourself.
Shake and
That's
Wing
what-
said,
That's what Sam Steele did.
I'm signing a bridge deal and betting on myself.
Sam Steele bet on himself, and it worked out
Sure did.
fantastic.
Shake and Wings asked, why is picking Carlson wrong?
Is that meant to like lead us into a debate, or to
I don't
divide?
know.
To-
This
is
is
that,
just the question.
Is that seeking to divide?
Embrace the
It's not disastrous. I think Fantilli should be the pick. but
Fantilli probably has a
Carlson-
higher
if it-
ceiling
yeah.
than Carlson.
If
So
it's Carlson, it's not like it's not this like horrible situation that people are already making it.
there's definitely a world where Carlson has a better career than Fantilli. So
Sure.
I agree.
By the way, shout out to Balt in our YouTube chat saying, first off, Nate Lehman's coaching Providence right now.
Oh.
So thank you for that. And he also said
I mean,
CJ
there's only like 15 college hockey teams. So
He also said
Whatever.
CJ is the Brian Danielson of CTP LAP. That's fair. CJ would definitely be that.
don't know what that means.
Hockey terms, please.
Yeah,
he-
explain this to me in Anaheim Ducks.
Puck
He-
terms, please.
He's the Mason McTavish.
Oh,
Okay.
that's really good.
Yeah, the work rate.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Anywho,
Appa Never Lost AG said, also to the reindeer, what is one very good Troy Terry's jersey number? It is 19. I had my slip up.
61
did.
was it? Oh. Yeah, Jake forgot Troy Terry's jersey number last week.
Yeah, that
It's
was
really
sad.
funny.
Yeah, you know, it was a long night. I blame Felix for making the pod at like
Oh
What
my
was that,
God.
10:30?
I almost spit. I was so upset.
Here we
Sorry.
go. Here we go.
I own it. I own it. I mean, it was my mistake.
Do you own it? You just
But-
literally threw the blame at me.
Yeah,
I mean, Felix is to blame. Though.
I don't think that's qualifies as owning.
I
it.
was gonna go on my Twitter and delete all of my Troy Terry's very good hashtags just because you
Oh
guys
no!
did it.
Oh no!
Wow.
Wow. That's retaliation right there.
Ridiculous.
All
You'll,
right.
you'll get a $5,000 fine for that.
All right, Twitter. I have some questions here, so let's get to them. Oh no. Okay, Brandon B. Doll said, and he also said in the Twitch chat. Podcast question. What are your guys' best, most realistic Matthews trade packages this summer for the Ducks?
No trade package.
No trade package.
No
Just
trade
wait till he's a
package.
free agent.
Just wait till he's a free agent.
No
Yeah,
need
get
to
him.
have him this year.
It's
Unneeded.
really
Unneeded.
not worth it.
Unneeded.
Just literally 1 year.
Unnecessary.
Especially if you trade for him, he might not necessarily like stay.
Yeah.
He might walk anyway.
Patience is key, kids.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Also,
Summer
Give it-
2024.
given that he choked once again in the playoffs, I think you're good waiting. You're good waiting.
Wow.
Not built.
Will Maple Leafs do a drastic move in the summer?
I kind of hope they do just for the chaos.
Nylander to the Ducks.
Yeah.
Marner
Nylander
to the
Nylander to the Avs is what the like.
Man, that would be
rumor mill's
wild.
stating.
Nylander to the Ducks. Marner to the Coyotes, and then it sets up
No, it's-
Matthews reuniting with Marner.
It's
in
Matthews
Arizona.
plus Marner for McDavid. That's been the hot
Gotcha.
rumor.
Gotcha. That's a
Not
Yeah.
an actual rumor, but just people saying that. I don't understand how that would make sense for either team. So anyway,
All right. Duncan sent me a Twitter DM, and this was actually in our Discord also. Said, do you think Zegras takes a bridge deal of 3 to 5 years to either get him to be an RFA again or take him straight to UFA at 7 to 8 mil a year?
oh Zegras for a second, I thought you were saying Terry. No, I don't. I think he will get the long-term deal. I think that he's able to get it, and there's just not really a reason for him to wait. Like how much better is he going to do if he does a bridge
Yeah.
deal?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree.
Agreed. Chris Cobers asked on Twitter, pod question, in what order do you see the following things happening? Hire a head coach, the draft, free agent signing, trade or trade of / for a roster player, Zegras extension, Terry extension, Drysdale extension, training camp, regular season start.
Jeez.
Holy hell.
I'll let whoever wants to take this one, go for it.
Who's
We're not doing 6 of these.
I think Connor's the most sober, so we'll leave that up to him.
Oh,
Why are you assuming that I'm?
the exact order Jake read it off.
Okay. I mean, that's not horrible.
It's
I mean,
not.
hire a head coach, then the draft,
Then the
then a
draft.
free agent signing, then a trade,
I
then
mean, free agents. It's got to be draft free agency somehow, right? 'Cause,
Yeah.
like,
I think the Zegras extension
Draft
could.
I'll
night-
say they
draft
come
night
after
trade.
the.
we trade for a roster player at the draft.
Gibson for Jesper Bratt at the draft. There you go.
Solid, all right.
Did Pat lie to us when he said Troy Terry and Trevor Zegras were going to sign on April 14th? Because it's May 15th and they're not signed.
Did he say that?
Did he say that?
In kind of like an offhand comment, like before the season ended, but it was like, "Oh, we'll talk. We have time to talk about that later. We'll
I
get
thought
them
he-
to sign after the season ends or some shit."
Yeah, I
It
thought
was
he
something
said
like that.
I thought he said after the season was over that he wasn't going to bug them during the season with it.
Yeah.
Speaking
That
of Pat Verbeek comments, when it comes to the whether or not we're going to trade John Gibson thing, can we please stop using his quote from the damn pancake season ticket holder breakfast,
The pancake breakfast.
where he said, "I'm not looking to trade John Gibson." Like, guys, let's use our brain here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he's not going to go to an 8 a.m. breakfast with the season ticket holders who are probably a little bit older in age, a lot of them,
Wow.
and he's going to come out and say,
Just
Would,
call
would,
it
would,
Ubers.
would they be on Facebook?
and he's not going to say, "Hey, while you're all enjoying your coffee and your nice syrupy pancakes here at 8:30 in the morning, yeah, I'm trading the goalie you all like."
Yeah. Why would he want to
Okay.
ruin your pancake
Right here.
breakfast?
And he never said, I John Gibson will not be traded. That's not what he said. He said, "I'm not looking to trade John Gibson."
Look.
Yeah.
Look,
Body's
Con-
taking umbrage with this statement.
Connor, you've got it all. You've got it all wrong. Not only did Pat Verbeek say he wasn't looking to trade him to the season ticket holders, but also John Gibson's agent himself cleared it up last summer.
Oh, well,
so
okay.
so
Well,
there's
John
no
Gibson-
story here.
John Gibson 10-year extension.
There's no story here. It's not happening.
The older fans in our Twitch chat are uniting against
John,
you, Connor.
Okay,
players-
Sean, I meant that as like people that are like AARP.
a
Like,
player
Jesus
agent,
Christ.
Just doubling down there. Holy shit.
a player agent, and a GM have never like said.
Oh, they've
something that
never
wasn't
lied,
true.
or they've never fabricated.
Yeah.
Puck Empire is coming for Connor next.
Like, if people are gonna say, "Hey, I don't think Gibson's getting traded," like, can you stop using that specific instance? It's like,
Yeah.
no, Ruby said, like, that's
Don't
not,
use that. Don't use
It's a
that.
nothing. It's a nothing comment. It means nothing either way.
Coming from the LAP CTP crossover episode,
Wait, what did Connor say? Oh,
Connor said that he will not listen to anyone who's too old where they're sitting in a wheelchair eating a soft cracker.
I've been told to mute Connor.
Wait, did you actually say that word for word, or is that just...
No, no,
Oh, okay.
no,
I was like,
no.
I missed it because I was like looking at the chat.
He can't eat solid
Connor
food. He
doubled
doesn't
down.
want your opinion.
People are saying to mute Connor that you're an ageist. Wow. Hey, this is great. For once, I am not the one that's being thrown under the
Controversial.
bus. Yeah, this is great.
Connor, do you want to come on again so you
I
can
love
let
this.
Felix off the hook?
Yeah, you could be the
I-
criticism
no, I-
fodder.
No,
That's
Bonnie,
really funny.
you know I'm not talking about like you specifically.
How,
talking about like
how dare you? How dare you say whatever you said that I
Just
didn't
point at your camera. You.
hear? Point and shame at this
All right.
person.
Matthew Macias said, "I want to know who says no and whether either side would entertain it. These are some trade ideas. DeBrincat and a third in 2025 for top 10 protected first round pick in 24, and Boston's second round pick in 2023. So the second in this year, and Jacob Perreault.
Wait, what? Hold on. What is this trade? So
What are we-
Alex
doing
DeBrincat and a third
Okay.
in 2025 for a top 10 protected first round pick in 2024, and Boston's second round pick this year that we have,
For
and
Perreault?
Jacob Perreault.
So it's protected for us.
Correct.
wouldn't that be less than what they gave up to get Alex DeBrincat?
What was it? 13th overall pick.
It was like
Is
two
Jacob
firsts.
Perreault even worth a third round pick? Like I think that's a downgrade.
I think the answer is no. I think the
I don't
answer is
think-
no.
I don't think Ottawa does that.
I can't think it through well enough right now, so I'm not going to give an answer.
Well, just think about it. They paid more than that to get him.
What was it?
Yeah.
13th overall?
Yes, plus I think it was a first.
I mean, this top 10
or it may,
protected.
no, it may have been a second. It may have been a second.
The top 10 protected could be 13th overall next season.
Wasn't it a
Yeah.
first, a second, and a third?
Yes, I think that's what it was. Okay.
Okay. So,
So
Jacob
maybe.
Perreault could be a third.
I just don't think Jacob Perreault has any value right now.
I mean, I would do that 100%, but I don't think.
I think the Ducks would do that. I don't
Yeah,
think the
if
Sens
Ottawa
would do
brings
that.
it to
so
the
Ottawa
No,
says
no,
no.
exactly. I'm
Yeah.
doing that. But I don't think
Yeah.
Mhm.
it says that.
Yeah, Ottawa
Interesting.
says no.
All right. We had this one from Trevor Zebras said, and Twitch and YouTube, we'll get to questions. Let's make them non-hockey related just for shits and giggles. But Trevor Zebras said some trade ideas. Cole Caulfield in the 5th overall pick in Montreal to the Ducks, and Montreal receives the 2nd overall pick. Who would do it? Why or why not?
I'll pass.
I'm passing.
Wait, what?
Wait,
the Caulfield idea. Who would do
Caulfield?
it? Who says no?
I don't.
Okay.
Like, here's the thing. People
No.
really don't like Cole Caulfield for whatever reason, because I guess, scoring goals is bad or something. But
It's because
If-
he's tiny.
you
this
can't
is a-
score goals when you're injured.
this is a... He's
That's
had
true.
one injury. Okay, anyway.
Injury prone.
He's missed
He's
more
had-
games than he's played.
He's had one injury.
Injury prone.
I think that it all depends on if you believe. It all depends on who you think you'll be able to get at 5.
Correct.
So if you because I mean GMs talk like teams. There's a lot of there's a lot of insider trading. If they're convinced that they can get like Leo Carlson at 5 because he's going to slide. I mean, Leo Carlson plus Caulfield.
I think you entertain that.
That's a pretty nice addition to your pipeline. But if you think that you're going to get like Reinbacher or something at 5 and that all the big names are going to be gone like up front, then I think at that point you're out. So
You only do that if you know that a Leo Carlson or a Mitchkov are going to be there.
yeah,
for you.
like
And I'm
Carlson
not-
has
you
to be
have
there.
and you have no way of knowing. So just off the fact that I'm not willing to even gamble with Carlson maybe being there, like I'm not going to trade the 2nd overall for the chance of maybe drafting Leo Carlson.
But if you knew he was going to be there, you would do it. You would do it.
Probably.
That's where the
Probably.
cookie crumbles.
Probably, but we don't. And so at the end
Man,
of the day,
Cole Caulfield plus Trevor Zegras on the same line is that would be so much fun.
Just
That
best
would be
friends.
fun.
They're best
besties.
friends. Like that is a bromance. You think Drysdale
Yeah.
plus, so that would be a lot of fun. But of course, you can't make trades just for fun. So
yeah, I'm not getting a guarantee of Adam Fantilli for maybe might draft.
Yeah.
Cole.
yeah,
The other trade he mentioned is Austin Matthews for second overall. No.
no,
Nope.
Nope.
no,
Nope.
choke artist,
That's not the reason why.
choke artist. Be better. Be better.
All
They
right.
cared more about Marner's 100th point than winning. So
Hockey South asked, do the Ducks make a trade to move up a round from 3-2 or from 2-1 to grab a specific player? Or do they use some of their draft capital for a young NHL forward like Jesper Bratt?
I feel like they don't usually move up. Do they?
I can't tell you the last.
I don't
time.
think they do.
Well, they moved up to take Tyson Hines. I mean, that was in the first.
Yeah, but that was like a swap though, because I think it was a third for a third.
Something like
or
that.
something
it was
like
just
that.
like they
But they
swapped,
did
like,
move up,
up.
yes. But it was like a few spots. So
It wasn't moving up; it was trading years more.
yeah.
more
So
Yeah.
so was that the Nick Delorier trade?
No,
No. I'm thinking of something else. But that was a
that was
fourth
the
round.
same year.
No, this was just a third 1 year for a third the next year.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, I don't think that happens. And what was the second part of that?
Or do they use some of their draft capital for a young player like Jesper Bratt?
Do we think Pat Verbeek will do anything fun like that?
I really don't think he's gonna do anything. Not like that,
Wow.
at least. Not like that.
buzzkill.
Not like that.
Yeah, he has
I don't
because
see it.
I honestly think, and again, this is just, I've been proven to be very wrong about how I felt about last year's team, but I felt like last offseason, you had a prime opportunity to do that and go and get Kevin Fiala, and there was nothing came out at all about them being interested in Fiala, and I thought that made no sense. So I just don't see how that changes this summer, unfortunately.
Agreed.
I think
Yeah.
it could be different, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We shall see.
Would
All
love
right.
to be wrong.
Time for some questions from our Twitch and YouTube chat. So you can find us at twitch.tv/crashspawn. If you have Amazon Prime, you get one free Twitch Prime gaming sub each and every month, and it helps support us more than you can imagine. You can also find our friends at twitch.tv/Late Arrivals Pod.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
go
Show
support
is.
them. Go support them also. And you can also find us at youtube.com/crashbond, where if you enjoy our videos, whether you're listening to this on your favorite podcast services, watching it on Twitch, go check out our YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel. Also helps out significantly. We're trying to really boost the numbers over there. And so start throwing some questions in, and we'll get to that. Let's see. B-Dolls is asking, what do you guys think about Will Smith?
Jake,
Great
why
actor.
Why don't you take this one?
This is
Great
your
actor.
No.
Has it-
Okay. Okay.
Has a mean right hand.
Here's my point on Will Smith. Wow.
Was a good rapper once.
That's a good take, Felix. Here's my thing on Will Smith. I feel like he was underrated and now has potentially been overrated, and the pushback has been too much on that since being overrated. Because, I mean, the thing with Will Smith is he's someone that has put up the second most points per game in U.S. National Development Team program history, behind Jack Hughes. Like, there's no one kind of close to him at that range. And I think that's not something to scoff at. And I think that that's something that I didn't really know until the last little bit and looking at that. And I just think that he's a good player, high-skilled winger, has some issues in the defensive zone, but is going to be able to get you some offense. What is going on here? I don't like this right now.
There's a good question that just came in that we'll get to. Very good question.
Oh, I got it.
Jesus.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, Will Smith is a great prospect. Like, Will Smith has a lot of great, like, tools. He's got fantastic hands, super dynamic. Reminds me a lot of Troy Terry, actually, the way he plays. I just don't think that he's got the tools quite, like, doesn't have the skating, doesn't have the physicality. Like, he has some things that just, he's lacking some things that those guys above him just have way more of, and I don't know if I would take him over a Carlson or a Fantilli. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where I land.
I agree.
But
He's
he's
not-
very good. Like, again,
Yeah, he's very good. He's just not. He's not in that tier.
Yeah.
at all. I'm not
it's
taking
so hard these conversations because when you're arguing against like a certain position, it almost sounds like you're against the player as a whole, and it's like, no, not necessarily. I'm just trying to put these things in a correct order.
So Felix, why
That's
do you
all.
hate Will Smith as a person?
He's got a mean right hand. He's got a mean right hand.
All right, and I may have misinterpreted the question, but good conversation. Beatall said, question: how many 21 under 21 players get more than 20 games played next year?
So this is about Zellweger, Mintyukov.
Just in general.
Lacombe and Hellison.
I mean, McTavish technically counts.
Do we think that Mintyukov, Hellison, Lacombe, and Zellweger all are on the team at the same time for extended periods next season?
No.
I mean, this is just 20 games. Doesn't mean concurrently.
No,
for
but
20
I'm asking a
games.
different question. Extended period. I mean, 20 games is like a quarter of the season, so it's not nothing.
maybe
I
maybe
say no.
Hellison. Hellison for sure. Well,
I think
maybe not
3
for
of the
sure,
4.
but
I think Hellison and Lacombe are for sure locks.
I'll
for
do
that.
2 out of those 4.
Okay.
I'll say Hellison.
Interesting. Yeah,
I
I
guess 3 if we're counting McTavish, like Jake said. 3.
I'm very curious to see how much Zellweger plays in the AHL next season. Because I just honestly feel like he's ready.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to do.
I wouldn't be shocked if he starts the year in the A, but I think if that's the case of it, I think it's a very
He probably will spend games there. I just personally don't understand what the point would be. But the fact that
I don't either. I just think
the fact that it's Matt McIlvaine does make it a lot softer of a blow.
Hellison,
goes
Hellison and Lacombe are over 21 already?
Yes,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, they are. I kind of just forgot about that.
that's true. That's a great point.
So yeah, okay.
Because
so
there's Zegras' age, same draft.
yeah, I guess for some
That's
I was
right.
Just,
That's
I
true.
guess in my head, I was just thinking that they were younger.
I feel like Lacombe is going to start the year in the AHL for some reason.
I don't.
I don't think so. Yeah. No.
Okay.
I think both those guys are on the Ducks. I think one of Mintyukov and Zellweger makes the Ducks also.
Which
You
one
do
plays with Shattenkirk?
So I'll say one. I'll say Zellweger just because even if he starts in the A, I think it's a very quick call up.
I mean, technically McTavish counts also.
Okay, so 2.
I just want to. Oh man, Connor catching another stray in the chat here.
Jesus
This
Christ.
is great. This is great.
All right, let's get to the question for Connor. Question. This is from our good friend Sean saying, why does Connor hate rich old season ticket holders and or pancake breakfasts?
And or is the big key there.
And
or.
That is not what that comment meant. I was more just trying to paint a picture of people who, are not in the sort of Ducks Twitter crash the pond lap community, who may not be as tuned in to the
Yeah.
everyday or weekly happenings that are going on with the teams, who would hear that John Gibson might be traded and not understand why that would be.
Did Connor just successfully fight his way off the ropes? Was he just off the ropes and just?
I'm thinking about like 70-year-old,
Oh, here we go.
Oh no!
Gary,
Oh wow!
Boy.
who are like, who all they do, they just watch the game. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't follow
Shout out
the
to the
line.
70-year-old listeners that we have.
Like
No,
I said,
exactly.
people who can only eat soft crackers.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
There's
Yeah.
Bonnie's not satisfied with this.
Just, I like it was also like a joke. It wasn't like
Yeah. Are we?
not like for real. It was just to frame.
It's all
Did
fun and
John-
games until I clip this and
Did
add.
Connor successfully fight his way off the ropes and then get caught with an uppercut?
I'm gonna clip this and put it on Instagram and just put Puck Empire in the.
You
in
were
the
almost there. I thought for sure you were out. You were out of the corner.
Almost there.
You were almost there, and then the 70-year-old thing just that dropped the stock a little bit. It's okay.
No, because my whole point of the comment was Verbeek is not going to come out and say that because
Yes.
to a large group of season ticket holders, that's probably not something you want to say.
Who
You don't
who
wanna-
happened to be
I'm
old?
trading. I'm trading the goaltender you all love.
Are we sure
Yeah.
about pancake breakfasts?
I mean, that was
Yeah,
that was the other
shut
part of
up.
that
Is
question.
it actually a pancake breakfast?
Shut
I
up.
might actually just be making
That's what they called it.
They've called it that in years past. I don't know if it was that
I
this
just
year.
know it was in the morning. I don't know if it was like an actual breakfast.
Probably some coffee was had, some swamp water.
Don't
I
call
do
it
love
that.
pancakes. So
Love me some
Yeah,
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, the issue with
Lou, thoughts on
pancakes-
coffee?
Shut up. You don't have to ask him anything. Mute him.
Wow,
Wow.
wow. Is Lou being muzzled?
Being mugged.
Is Lou being silenced for having a different opinion? I relate to that. I relate to that.
Coffee
Oh,
is
man.
just not good.
Yeah, exactly. Like Pete Otto said, he's not going to come out at a season ticket holder.
I thought you were agreeing.
Oh,
with
yeah,
Lou
I thought you
for
were
a second.
I thought you were
Concurring.
gonna agree with me. I was like,
Yeah, Lou just got left on an island.
No, I don't.
Lou is waving for help for
You're
someone to fly in.
Lou, I cannot wait to go to sleep because I'm thinking about the coffee I'm gonna have.
Oh, it's
Dude,
great.
exactly. Like back in the day when I would commute to work, like the coffee would take me to work. It's like, all right, I've made my coffee. Like everything is fine. I'll
It's a crucial-
I'll follow it to the office.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
The amazing.
It's a crucial part of my morning routine. You know?
Yeah.
The amazing
Nice.
chicken asks your reaction to Derek Grant signing by the Kings Kings or Sharks.
I mean, literally, if any NHL team signs Derek Grant, like
We're
that should be a
celebrating.
reason. That should be a reason not to be a fan of them if you're a fan of them. So,
We're celebrating.
Yeah, especially the
That's
Kings.
celebrating. I think just like a thank God that's not our
he's
problem.
with-
he's for
I'm with
sure
Chris.
gone, right?
I'm with Chris.
I don't know.
Enough. I don't think for sure.
We're gonna throw
I
our
don't think
own
for sure either.
our own parade.
Who's to say? Who's to say he's gone?
Can rent a double decker.
What's
Time
the
will tell.
percentage? What's the
He's-
percentage?
He's embedded.
50-50.
He's embedded in the local community. Do you guys follow him on Instagram? He's like
No.
all in. He's all in on.
He's
Orange
all in,
County.
huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Max Comtois back to beach hockey.
Yeah, Max Contra played at what was it, Narch, the roller hockey tournament.
Oh, did he
in
really?
Irvine? Yeah.
They
Ah,
let him play
before.
Narch again finally.
Wait, what? Is
Yeah.
there some tea here? Some
Oh,
tea?
I
Is he
mean,
too good?
For a while there, they were complaining that he was too good for the pro division.
I mean, he
but
is an
he's
NHLer.
playing. He's playing against other pros.
Well,
'cause-
guess what? Exactly. Thank you for saying that. Because you want to call it a pro division? Okay, well then what happens if an actual pro shows up? That's not one. Like, this is my issue with like pro roller hockey. Is all these dudes are
we
like
struck a chord.
all these because I played roller hockey for a long time and I've like been around these people, and it's like they love to call themselves the pro division, and they love to have their nice jerseys that they actually paid for, but we're not gonna talk about that. And an actual pro shows up and we're gonna scoff at that and say he can't play. So that's
Yeah.
just that fits the picture.
Felix knows blades.
Well, and it's funny because it's so
I
nonchalant.
love that rink.
It's so nonchalant that they're there. Like I remember watching an old stream, and the commentators like, "Oh, there goes Pat Maroon up
Yeah.
the right wing," and it's just like,
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting there like, "Holy shit, he's playing roller!" And then they're just like, "Yeah, he's back after winning the cup again." And
So that video, there's a video of Pat Maroon playing roller hockey like at the Narch skills competition, and I watched it again not that long ago, and I realized, I was actually there. This was like in 2008 because that's the rink I grew up playing at in San Jose, and I had no idea it was Pat Maroon. And it's just like, yeah, like these. Nobody said anything about it back then, like, oh, this guy's too good. So maybe Max Comtois is just out there trying really, really hard because he's got to make up for who knows what.
Hey,
that's
maybe
why
he's
people are
bringing
upset.
back pro beach hockey.
That would be amazing.
well, there's a group of them that they all go out and play. Because my goalie coach I used to work with, he would go out and skate with them too, and they just go out for a couple hours and then just sit and drink beer on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are weird. That pro beach hockey organization, because I used to live right by there, and like I would see them play, and I like would just hit them on Instagram and be like, hey, like I'm like I play hockey, I'm local, like what's the rules on like playing, and like just got like ghosted like, twice in a row. So I was like, oh okay, I guess because I'm not Max Comtois, like
No.
I don't get the invite.
They looked at your followers.
Yeah, like
How
my
many?
ratio was
Yeah.
off or something. So yeah.
They said, "Oh, you got clowned on by Puck Empire. Nope, can't come out."
Oh, you're that wacko from Twitter.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
this name seems familiar.
All right.
They play with a ball too, and it's just like, why? Green
All
biscuit,
right.
bro.
Ray Gonzalez asks, I'm scared Verbeek will somehow mess up number 2 and not take a Damo. What odds do you have that he screws it up? I think it's like 75% Adam Fantilli.
Are we sure
75?
it's not necessarily a screw up?
Yeah,
Yes,
stop, The premise is already like flawed.
fair. I think to turn it into, I agree. I don't think it would be a screw up. But what do you put the percentages at that they would take?
If he doesn't
Fantilli?
try, I think
That
it's.
they takes Fantilli, I guess.
I would say it's probably 75-25.
Oh man, I think it's 90-10.
Probably.
Like,
I was going to say
Adam-
80,
A-
80
Adam
20.
Fant-
80-20. Okay, you can convince me at 80-20 too.
Adam
I-
Fantilli, if you were to walk up to Pat Verbeek watching, let's say like a Tuesday night in February of this team losing like 10-1 against whoever, and asking him, what kind of player do you think this team needs and that you would want? He would describe Adam Fantilli, like a big center with skill, who plays hard, who can win puck battles. Like, that is who he would pick. And yes, Martin Madden is part of this equation, but Pat Verbeek has the final say. And I think probably Martin Madden would, like, I can't see Martin Madden be like, oh no, Leo Carlson over
Agreed.
Adam Fantilli. So
Yeah.
USA Hockey 3434 says, my question is, does anyone think Bedard won't be as great as everyone thinks he will be?
ooh, fun.
I think some people think that he's going to be exactly what McDavid is, and I disagree because I think McDavid is just like on a complete freak other planet type
Yeah.
of player.
McDavid is the best player of all time.
And he's going to
Yeah.
be compared to him.
Yeah,
all
he's
the
not going to be McDavid. I mean, he's going to be fairly
He's going to be Bedard, and he's going to be very good.
Yep.
not McDavid, but like better than a Steven Stamkos.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
I mean, I think
I could probably pick a better player than Stamkos, like for that, him to be above. But I think I just
here's the thing with
those theories.
the Bedard pushback. This whole like, oh, is he generational or not? Like, as if that's like really that important. But I think that Connor McDavid has just warped our perception of what is generational and what is it. Because if you look back at like Sidney Crosby in his draft year, and even after that, like, yes, he had excellent skater, maybe the best hockey sense we've ever seen, great playmaker, great skill. But there wasn't like that one thing that was so dynamic, that was so out of this world like McDavid skating. And I feel like Connor Bedard is more in that mold where, yes, he's got the fantastic shot, but there isn't really outside of that like a tool that's blowing you away. It's just the totality of everything. You don't have to be a McDavid to be generational.
Yeah.
So I think he's still going to be like on that level, personally.
All right. 2 more questions, and then I have my own personal question.
I also have 2 that I got.
Okay.
I have a
Does
question.
Lou have
too.
one? Does anyone else have
All
one?
right. We're going to blitz through these 2
Do I need
then.
to come up with one? Shit.
Pat Charlton, out of all our defensive prospects, should any be traded for a forward prospect? I'm asking because I don't think all of our prospects will be able to make the team since we only have 6 spots available for defense.
For a forward prospect, I mean, I don't know about doing a prospect for prospect.
I would do, if you're looking at like a Jesper Bratt, maybe you look at moving. Maybe you think Tristan Leno is someone you're willing
Yeah.
to move. Something like
that's-
that.
I mean,
that's
it's
more
unlikely that they're all going to end up being Ducks on the, at the same time.
That's not- one or two of those that group of Minchikov, Zellweger, Luneau, Warren,
Hines.
Lacombe, Hines. A handful of those dudes are not going to be Ducks in 5 years. So, like,
Yeah.
something's going to happen.
Yep.
Whether for a young forward, I would like it to be that, but as D-Flow would say, we will know in due time.
Yep. And Route 27, how
Time
much
will
joy
tell.
is Reindeer experiencing right now that Arsenal once again choked away their trophy chances?
That was beautiful.
I
Man
would be
City,
lying
let's
to you
go.
if I didn't say that I enjoyed it.
Nobody
so
asked you, Ben.
I enjoyed it. What, Lou?
That was at me.
I was talking to Chris.
Oh. But, yeah. So, very happy about that. All right. What were you guys' questions?
Come on,
Let's-
City.
Let's hear them. Let's hear these questions.
Well, I got one from our friend Haley from What the Chell pod. Shout out to What the Chell.
Okay.
Shout out.
She said, if you were in a zombie apocalypse, which 3 Ducks would you want with you to survive?
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You
I'll go
know,
with Trevor Zegras because the vibes will be immaculate with him there. He may not help us actually
I
survive,
feel like he would be very unhelpful.
but he wouldn't help us survive. But he would. It'd be a good vibe check.
You
Good
gotta go.
vibe check.
You gotta go with the veterans.
I'd
Fowler,
say Cam Fowler.
Shattenkirk.
Cam Fowler? I was going to say Shattenkirk.
Henry.
I think Adam Henrique, Cam Fowler, and Trevor Zegras. Zegras is there for the vibes.
McTavish.
I'll say Jones, Henrique, and
Henrique's a good one.
oh boy.
You know what? I'm changing my thing. I'm saying Zegras and Drysdale together for vibes.
Oh, my
That's-
God.
okay,
They're not going to
big
last
stuff.
very long.
You want a functional team.
Jake's turning into a zombie.
Yeah.
You wanna
Shattenkirk,
survive
Henrique.
as- You're trying to survive.
Shattenkirk, Henrique, McTavish. Those would be
I'm not
mine.
here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Okay. Okay. Respect that. Just actively trying not to survive the zombie apocalypse. Okay.
going against the goal of the game.
Duly
Um,
noted.
Maybe Jacob Jake. Come on, don't be that guy.
Jacob Silverberg, you know,
Silverberg.
even on the bad hip. No, okay.
With all due respect, I'm not trusting a guy with a bad hip.
Wow, how dare you say that?
Wow, so we're
Would you-
attacking
would
old
you pick
people
Ben
and bad
Mo-
hips.
Would you pick Benoit, Lou?
Dude, Simon Benoit is like a funny dude,
I
though.
want to
Okay.
survive, so no.
Well, he doesn't have to defend like the crease in this apocalypse. He doesn't have to like think about like hockey.
He just has to like hip check though. Okay. So I'm going Jones, Henrique.
All due respect, I'm not gonna take the Tim Hortons worker.
He doesn't have to think about like.
Is not an option.
I don't know who I'd take. Man.
Wow.
Probably Adam Henrique. He seems resourceful.
What about Ryan Strome? I feel like he'd have some good ideas, some good.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe you could call them conspiracies about how to get out.
We could storm the zombies.
Yeah, maybe he'd even have some ideas about how these people ended up being zombies in the first place. You know, so who knows?
Jesus.
Who knows?
All right. What were the other questions?
We got one from Duncan on Twitter, our friend Duncan. He just said, "Is Late Arrivals Pod considered a spin-off podcast from
Spin-off?
Crash the Pond?"
At this point, yes, I guess.
I think you
mean,
guys are
kinda.
distinctively your own thing. I don't think that's that. I would push back.
Agreed with Felix.
But that is funny.
We're adjacent. We're not a spin-off.
Spin-off.
We occupy the same galaxy, but not the same solar system.
You guys are
You guys are
that
Star
70s
Wars.
show, we're that 90s.
You guys are Star Wars, and we're like the Clone Wars. It's a little
Ahsoka.
more laid back and cartoony and fun. And
Yeah.
But
Well,
we
it
can
gets-
get
it
dark
gets
and
pretty-
depressing when we talk about the queen dying.
Wait, what?
What was that?
Is that
Was
depressing?
that was that a Clone Wars reference or a reference to something that happened on your podcast that I missed?
Well, I mean, I transitioned one time saying, well, something about the queen dying. I was like,
Oh.
you know who's not having a good time? And
Wow.
Yeah, the
That was-
queen caught a few strays.
that was
was-
like the
she was
second
important.
episode when
Every-
we were on our own.
every podcast can have an insider, but only one can have a mayor.
Yeah.
All right. Who has more questions?
Lewis X2 would like to ask, are we sure about In-N-Out having the peppers? We sure about those peppers?
It's
Oh
just
yeah,
not- It's
breaking
just not
news.
A, it's
Or
not a
chili,
big deal.
chili.
Chilies are back for sure.
The chilies are back. I went today. I ordered chopped chilies on my burger because I was like, the other ones they're okay. They're not as good, but I'm like, I'm feeling it today. And I took a bite, and it was the old chilies. They were back.
So,
Are we sure
okay.
about those?
I'll go later this week and I'll get them.
It's
Oh, it
just
was
sure about
so
those.
good.
it's just
Animal
not.
style fries with the chilies on them.
Oh, so good.
But perhaps the two most overrated things at In-N-Out: animal style fries and chopped chilies.
I don't get animal style fries
Agreed.
all the time. Just once in a blue moon.
You know they can put chopped chilies on top of the animal fries, right? You just ask for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm listening. I'm
Okay.
listening.
Okay.
I'm listening,
Thank
but
you,
still
those
hanging
palm
up.
trees.
Still hanging up.
I'm convinced Lou has actually never had the chopped chilies as like
I
with
had-
like 90% of his
it
taste.
just- it just doesn't
He's actually
enhance-
never had the
It
item.
doesn't enhance it.
They overshadow. The flavor's too strong for me.
Yeah. They
All right.
just don't.
Are you
enhance
just getting like chilies and meat?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. That's possible.
Maybe.
It does not overpower it. It adds a nice little kick. It's
It's
great.
too much. Too much.
It's
I'm
great.
I'm here for a burger, not a chili.
I don't need an extra kick, but thank you.
Yeah, there's also that question that needs to be asked: is why do we want an extra kick anyway?
Because sometimes you want to have a little bit of spice in your life.
Fun to mix things up. I don't always
Yeah.
I don't always get my burger the exact same way.
Agreed.
I do.
Switch it up.
Go to a gourmet burger place and do that.
You know,
I
some
I
of
like
us,
a little spice.
some of
I was
us
at a
want to be
response.
some Spice Girls.
Oh, I have. This isn't a question, but this is an anecdote. So this weekend, as I already mentioned, I was at a bachelor party, and it was a group of guys I hadn't seen in a long time, and they were asking about the podcast, and they were like asking me how it worked, and I was explaining to them like, oh, like I basically do no work. I just
You show up.
I just
show
show
up.
up. I just show up and talk.
Everything else.
And then they started joking like, "Oh, haha, like that means you're the talent or whatever." And then I was like, "No, like really, the show runs through Jake. Like I just show up." And then one guy was like, "Well, you know what? cheers to Jake, and we all did like a toast.
that is where that came from.
These people like have no idea who you are, and we're just like, yeah, like great guy. We're just like cheers to you. So there you go. You're making the rounds.
And now your text message toast makes more sense.
Yeah, I've just been texting you toast one word for the last
I've
2
been
days.
so confused. I was like, did I toast my wife on Mother's Day? Is that what the toast is about? What?
By the way, Guinness.
Shout out to my wife on her first Mother's Day.
Oh, there
Shout
you go.
out to her.
There you
Hat
go.
tip, Jake's wife.
Yeah, I gotta tip your cap. But Guinness on tap though,
Elite.
hard to beat.
In fact,
So much better than in the can, which is kind of confusing, but so much
I mean,
better.
the can does the job because it's got the widget in there, so you still get the nitro thing. I mean, but it's on.
Yeah, it's
It does the job in a pinch if I'm craving a Guinness, but if I can get it on tap, like
yeah. I had a Guinness on tap with a shot of JMO. Just
Ooh.
did the job. Did the job.
All right.
Got a cool buzz.
Any more questions? Because I got one that I'm gonna end this with, and it's not a question.
How are we at 2 hours? Oh my god.
I know
Okay.
it's the longest CTP pod ever.
it might.
It's
we've
up there.
Yeah, I don't know if we've done one over 2.
Well, maybe not like we've done probably Patreon pods over 2.
Have we?
Those have gone really long.
Okay.
Accessible to the public.
My final thing is, Lou, the floor is yours to give your worst food take, so we can all make fun of you.
Wow. That's not how you get an answer.
Well, first of all,
It's Lou. It's gonna get us an answer.
I'm not a trained monkey. I'm not.
There you go. Yes.
Push back on me, Lou.
I'm just gonna go into the food channel real quick and just. Yeah,
The floor is yours.
Just drop a take.
Yeah, I don't see the hate that boneless chicken wings are getting.
Yeah. Why do we even care if they're a wing or not? Like people are
'Cause
like literally
don't
ready
classify
to
them as a wing.
storm the Capitol over
Why does
this.
that matter?
They're chicken tenders.
Who cares? Who gives a
They're
damn?
chicken tendies.
Who gives a damn? Are you like a? Are you? What is it about
Why are we
wings that you have to
gatekeeping
defend?
chicken?
Why does it matter if we call it a wing or not?
Because it
doesn't.
is not made of wing meat.
It's
It
all
does-
the same. It's in the same sauce. You get
Guess-
the same size with it. I mean, whatever.
Well,
It's
Jake-
not made of wing
Jake,
meat. It's
hark-
made of breast meat.
Harkening back to your original take here.
No.
Of maroon is red.
Stop.
Oh
Not
my
even
God.
the same.
Well,
Stop.
wing meat is and tender meat are both from a chicken, so they're basically the same.
Stop.
So we can.
That's like comparing
So
like
we can call
blue,
a chicken breast.
that-
we can call
that's
a
like-
chicken breast a chicken wing.
That's like saying blue. That's like saying blue and red. That you meant the blue jersey when it was red because they're
No,
both colors.
that's
because they're
wrong.
both colors. They're
That's-
both on the color spectrum.
that-
You know,
That's
it's
wrong.
a really nice purple hat you have there.
Yeah. According per Rudolph, hat tip Rudolph, Puck Empire.
Every colors are on a spectrum.
That is really funny. Okay.
All right, I think that's gonna do it for us though tonight.
Wow.
Eggplant
Anything else?
parmesan. Eggplant parmesan's better than chicken parmesan.
You did
That's
this last
wrong.
week on Lap Loop.
Well, I'm doing it this week on CTP.
Wow.
Lou's got to get out his best takes.
I can't say I can agree with that. Even
I
though
can't.
So
It's
both
just-
are good, but I disagree.
yeah,
It's like a 1A, 1B for me.
it's not. It's
is.
firmly 1-2. Although I will say that sometimes chicken parm, you eat it and afterwards you feel like complete garbage. It's just so heavy.
It is, yeah.
So okay, maybe Lou's onto something here.
It's got the same stuff in it that makes it feel heavy.
Does an eggplant have breaded chicken?
No, but it's breaded though. It's got the bread and the oil. That's the thing that makes the breaded chicken feel heavy.
And I would push back on that.
Do we
Okay.
have conference finals predictions?
Ooh.
Good one.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's go around the horn. Around the horn.
That's a good show.
And give your Stanley Cup prediction.
Used to be.
Used to be.
Actually,
King
I
Stars.
haven't watched it, so I can't even say.
haven't.
I really
watched
haven't
since,
watched
high
it in a
school.
while.
I used to always watch, what is it, Around the Horn
And
Part-
PTI.
PTI, and was it? There's one more.
I used to
Anyway.
watch Sports Nation when that was around.
It's just
Are
muting
those
people and
shows
assigning
still
points.
on?
First take. Anyone? No.
First takes,
No.
all right.
No.
Yeah.
Skip
that's
Skip Bayless. Take me back to those days,
Embrace debate.
dude. Dude, Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp is just the best comedy on TV.
So funny.
Skip.
Oh,
Like people who take that seriously are just you're doing it all wrong. It's
Yeah.
not
No,
intended
it's-
to be taken.
Felix, it's my turn now.
Yeah, it's so good. Shannon
All right.
Sharp is a great follow.
Quick hitting conference final predictions.
You go first, Jake.
Oh shit. Let's go. Panthers beating the Hurricanes and Stars beating
Games?
the
Games?
Vegas.
Yeah, you got games.
Oh shit. Let's go. Panthers beating Hurricanes in 6. Stars beating Vegas in 4.
What?
In 4?
You put me on the spot. I got to do something out there.
I feel like you always pick sweeps for 5 games. That's like your signature move. There's the
Yeah,
MJ
let's,
fadeaway, and there's Jake picking sweeps.
Dallas in 6, Canes in 5, Canes in the cup.
Okay.
Oh, Cats win the cup.
Cats. Okay. So Cats. So hold on. So we've got Cats coming out of the West, and you had Dallas. We've got 2 Dallas, 1 Carolina. Okay. Chris, you're up.
I got Stars in 6. I think the Knights' goaltending is going to fall apart in this series. They're hanging on by a thread, in my
Didn't
opinion.
against the hardest matchup, you could argue.
Stars in 6, Hurricanes in 6 as well, and then I got the Canes winning the cup.
Jake?
I have the Knights beating the Stars. I'm gonna say in 5.
Wow.
Ooh.
Bold.
Damn.
And then
Bold
I say,
AF.
they say Carolina, Florida goes 7, and then Carolina leaves that, and then they beat. I want them to beat Vegas in the cup.
Okay.
How about
Okay.
Jack Eichel, though? Gotta love me some playoff Jack Eichel.
I'm
Good for
happy
him.
Shout
for
out.
Jack Eichel.
Shout out
Yep.
to Jack.
Shout out, Jack.
The
Former
former what is it? Former future Duck? Is that what the
Former future.
And then Jake and I with Shattenkirk, we had was it former future current Duck Kevin Shattenkirk, or was it current former future Duck?
something like that.
Yeah.
Something
Former
like that.
future is now current.
All right, Mr. 209. The floor is yours.
What was the question?
Your conference final picks and Stanley Cup pick. And games are necessary for conference finals.
Stars in 7, Canes in 6, and then Canes in 7.
Okay. So did everyone pick the Hurricanes to win?
I did not.
You picked
I said
Pa-
Cats.
You said Cats to win the whole thing?
Yep.
Okay.
That would be cool, but
Yeah.
it's the Canes, man. Rod the Bod. Last time the Canes won the cup, he was a player, and now he's going to hold
Dude.
it as the coach.
Dude, how crazy would it be to have like a side by side of him lifting the cup as a player and as a coach? For,
Yeah.
like, the same thing. That would be crazy. And he's not
Yeah.
like that much older that he was back then. Like
I feel like he could still play.
Oh, 100%.
There's the picture of Lemieux as a
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, and yeah, the side by side would be more favorable for Rod than Mario there. So
Get Rod out here for some beach hockey.
They look the exact same.
yeah, it's definitely something to aspire to. Okay, my pick. I barely watched the Stars, so I'm gonna go Vegas. I did not think they were gonna be Edmonton. That was a really tough matchup for them, and they found a way. So I'm gonna go Vegas. Vegas in 7 against Dallas. Carolina in 6. Carolina is just a better version of what the Panthers do. Like they're not losing
Yeah.
to the Panthers. And then Hurricanes win the cup.
I'll remember this.
Dude, I mean, look, I was the original Cats backer. Let the record show. But the Hurricanes are just too good. I don't know. But
Alright.
it would be a good story if the Panthers won.
Yeah.
There's my hedge. There's
All
my hedge.
right. So, lap guys, what do you guys want to plug?
Plug up.
Chris, do your thing.
It's all
Everything.
you, Chris.
Okay. Follow Late Arrivals Pod on Twitter, Instagram. We have follow us over on Twitch if you haven't already. Maybe subscribe if you're feeling fun and
Feeling-
spicy.
Feeling frisky?
Feeling frisky. I'm trying something with TikTok. I have someone else running the TikTok, so we'll see
Ooh.
how that goes. So you can follow us on
Jake in
TikTok.
that.
Maybe we'll have some fun TikTok content. You can follow us over there. But follow Inside the Rink on Twitter and Instagram. You can find our wonderful writers over there. Our guy Patrick just put out an article today on his mock draft.
Great
Oh,
follow.
nice.
So
I'll have to
yeah,
check that out.
New Era Ducks. You can follow him
Great
You can
follow.
follow all of our writers. They're good people. So follow Late Arrivals Pod and Inside the Rink wherever and everywhere.
Yep. And I will vouch for Late Arrivals. Great show. Always, every time I listen, I just feel like it's just like relaxing. Just listen to you guys. Just do your thing. Just have your conversations, your back and forths. It's just a good time. Highly recommend. And yeah, check out Inside the Rink. Check out everything Chris just said. We'll put links in the description as well. But yeah, on that note, we're going to wrap up. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this. If you want to support Crash the Pond, some very easy ways to do that. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/crashthepond. For $1 a month, you get access to our Discord server. And I mean, everyone in here can attest to how much fun that is. I think especially this time of year with the draft and everything heating up, it's a great place to just get all of your information without having to scroll through the cesspool that is Twitter. By the way, I've been using the Twitter mobile app like the last few days because I've been away, and it is so broken. It is like completely
It's pretty
broken.
messed up.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, anyway.
I'm just so used to it. I won't. Anything else would feel.
Agreed. It's still bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
It could be better.
There you go. Lou with the diplomatic take. So that's for $1 a month. You get access to that. For $5, you get that plus 2 bonus podcasts. And those are really fun this time of year because there's a lot of league-wide topics to talk about. You can also leave us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts. And I actually think we have a review this week.
We have a new one. I've got it up.
Ooh.
5 stars, the ultimate Ducks fan community from Jared Torpedo, saying
mean
if
Pepper
you're yeah, if you're looking for a podcast and community for Ducks fans, this is the place. If you're looking for people with taste buds and good food takes, this is not the place.
I wish he had. I wish he had started with that to end on a high note, but we'll take it. Thank you, Jared.
We'll definitely take it.
That is very kind of you. But yeah, if you want to leave us a rating and a review, we'll really appreciate it, and we will read it on the show. You can also find us on Spotify. Leave us a rating there. That goes a long way. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Leave us a rating there, and also make sure to turn on your notifications so you know when the videos go up. This should be a fun one. I think video format.
Yes.
Definitely adds an element.
And a quick scheduling note for the pod. Felix and I haven't necessarily talked about this, so I'm just dumping on him.
Oh, great. Typical.
Probably going to take off the next 2 weeks, and we'll probably be back
are
for the
we?
next pod in June.
I think I'm out of town at that point. But anyway.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We're just live scheduling.
Yep.
It's gonna be Jake and Lou.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll just literally be Late Arrivals for those 2 weeks.
What do you guys think of our intro outro? Have you heard it?
I'm a fan. I'm a fan
Yeah?
of the outro.
I'm
Okay.
trying to remember it. The seltzers are kicking in.
And then
Oh yeah.
and
I'll
then I'm just trying to wrap up here. And then the other thing you can check out is the
I
Sporting
just
Tribune.
remembered it. It's good.
Appreciate it.
check out the Sporting Tribune. Follow Derek Lee if you haven't already.
Yes.
Great
Yes,
addition
Derek
to the
Lee.
site there. Now a member of our Discord. So he's been a fun addition.
Derek's the best,
Shout out
man.
Derek.
I've been following him for so long. He's awesome.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is like I feel like people that started following him this year versus like in the past both have the same exact opinion, which is just
Mhm.
this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's great.
Yeah.
He's Derek's been around for a while too.
yeah, like
Good
the
to see him kind of finally
the OGs
ascend the
know.
ranks.
Yeah.
The old heads know.
Well, thanks for having us on,
Yeah,
fellas.
thanks.
This was fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is a good time.
So follow these guys, follow us on Twitter and everywhere that you get your podcasts. And on that note, we will talk to you next week. Maybe we'll do this again before the season starts. Who knows?
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye.